Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, my Pelicans forever. Pelicans forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican.
It's what I believe in those two guys, who they are as people, who they are as basketball players. But we still got a lot of work to do, and we'll keep putting it together.
Turnovers were lower this game, and you said yesterday the sweet spot was 13 to 14. Even with the pace of play, how were you able to control the ball?
We did a better job of just making quality passes, being simple in transition. I thought we did a great job of attacking in transition, but it all leads back to our defense, our ability to get stops. We know that the Knicks were coming off a back-to-back, a tough game in Atlanta, so trying to rebound the ball and get out and run and try to wear them down a bit. But to your point, the turnovers was a key in Memphis. We wanted to make sure we try to correct that. I thought we did a good job of doing that tonight.
What do you feel like you guys did well in the defensive end tonight?
Just multiple effort. We were flying around, contesting shots in the paint, having each other's backs. We can do a better job rebounding the ball, but for the most part, that game, that's the defense that we want to see night in and night out.
When Zion is about to go downhill, it feels like, people in the building are like almost hold their breath. I mean, what's it like for you just to see that moment right before he tags?
He's special. You can see it coming. You can see when he's handling the ball and surveying, seeing what options he has, and then he just takes off. And then his touch around the basket is I don't know if anybody else in the league can do what he can do at his size. It's special to watch for sure.
And how would you describe the impact Herb had on defense tonight?
Herb was phenomenal. He's so key to our team. We're putting them on best players, no matter who they are, and he's taking the challenge, and he's a special defensive player. His instincts are incredible.
And obviously, the scoring numbers have been good from B and Z, but what do you think about just the job they've done controlling the offense, being the two guys, who are having the ball most of the time, and make sure you guys are getting the good sets?
They carried us tonight offensively, and that's what they need to do night in and night out. Those two guys are going to have to carry our offense, and their gravity generates quality shots for us and for themselves. I thought tonight They both did a spectacular job.
And Matt Ryan struggled just a little bit from three-point range tonight, but it seemed like Jordan picked him up.
Yeah.
Just how good is it for your team to have somebody that comes off that bench knocking down that long ball for you?
It's important. We didn't shoot it well tonight, 9 for 33, but when we're open, we want to take them. And I thought the guys did a great job of shooting open threes. Neither team shot it well. Sometimes that happens, but we want to continue to make that a focus this season. Is we don't want to be, 30 of 29th. We want to, we'll probably end up somewhere middle of the road, but we want to take more quality catch and shoot threes for sure.
We got our first glimpse of Cody Zeller. Seemed like he set some really couple mean screens out there. What did you think of his game?
He's good. He's a professional. He's been doing it for 10, 11 years, and he understands the role, how to come in, even when he's been sitting down for a while, and just be activated the moment he touches the floor. So even though it was 7 minutes, I feel like he won his minutes in terms of his play on the floor.
You survived I believe it was the beginning of the fourth, CJ and JV minutes. I think JV played a crucial role in
Yeah.
trying to assess his game.
It was a bit of a struggle for JV tonight in terms of the foul trouble and not his typical night offensively, but we went back to him in the fourth and he got it going and really anchored our offense to start that quarter. He hit some big shots, got to the free throw line. It really gave us some momentum leading into the middle of the fourth quarter.
You survived that third quarter storm they kind of had on you. 19-point lead goes down to 6. But what happened during that time span where they were able to shrink the lead so much?
Just human nature, a tendency to relax and not put the pedal to the metal. And we talked about it in the huddle. This team is not going to go away. You got to beat them. And I'm yelling and arguing with the referees, but really I was frustrated with our lack of coming out of halftime and executing on both ends of the floor. So we picked it up, thank God. And, you have those moments throughout the course of the game. You take a timeout and try to reorganize the team. So they did a great job of responding after that.
And how were those moments the ones you wanted to see when Brandon Ingram comes back in and Zion does to help push the lead back up to about 20?
Those moments are great, and that's what they're capable of doing. And we're going to need those two guys to continue to attack. And when they do it, we get quality shots. They can score whenever they want to, pretty much. And they both do a great job of being unselfish and looking for their teammates.
Speaking of that huddle coming out the third quarter, looks like you guys went to Zion pretty quickly after that huddle, back-to-back plays, and then I think you made a sub getting JV out, getting Dyson, and give Z maybe a little bit more room. One, was that kind of like the intent there, like, hey, like Zion starting to heat up, let's get him some more room to operate. And two, like, what's it like when the crowd is really getting in on it when Zion and even BI are kind of like heating up and scoring in bunches?
Yeah, there's moments throughout the course of the game where we just need more space on the floor. Sometimes it's for Z, sometimes it's when JV's in the game. So we got him out quickly, got Dyson in, and we just kept going to him. And he made play after play for us. So Brandon, Z, they'll make big plays and big moments. And we love playing at home. We love playing in front of our fans. It's an energetic crowd. It's always fun, and they really get us going.
And second game in a row, that unit that features a lot of your shooters has performed really well. What do you like? What are you seeing from that unit that you're liking?
I just like that they play with an intention. No matter what plays we call, they run them hard. And because they play at that force and that pace, things open up for them. And you get JV, CJ, Dice, Hawk, and Matt Ryan is a ton of shooting on the floor. JV can anchor us in the post. So that group has been good for us.
You feel like they're starting to trust each other, knowing that, hey, like maybe I'm not going to get the best shot, but there's another person out there that's also a very capable shooter. So let's keep the ball flowing, and someone will end up with a very good shot. Absolutely.
And it's a part of our DNA. We have to continue to trust and just make simple plays over and over again. That group did that.
How good has it been to see the confidence Herb is playing on offense these past 2 games?
It's been great. Herb has been really good. All summer, Herb has been great. And so to see him start the season with the confidence that he's playing with, shooting the ball when he's open, attacking in transition. Herb is just a fantastic basketball player, so we're grateful to have him.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the building. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Post-Game Report. We up in this thing. Shout out to the fam. A very happy Pelican Post-Game Report, because guess what? Pels got the W in this one, 96-87. They started the season 2-0, man. How about that? I am Big Q, got DC, the co-host. Lexa be chiming in momentarily. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody in the stream. Man, we are back in this thing. And your Pelicans, man. DC, first game, man. We showed some stuff, bro. But listen, this game here wasn't a total complete game, but the first quarter, the second quarter, and the fourth quarter were pretty good. You know, I seen a lot of hustle, the defense. Now, we did have some stuff we got to clean up, the foul shooting and all that kind of stuff. But overall, a very solid.
Hold up, brother. I know you ain't just still Dennis Allen's favorite line talking about cleaning up.
Yes, I did.
Every time you say clean up, you got to play the music, man.
Nah, you can't.
Take your girlfriend off her feet. Boop, boop, boop.
Zion before the Zion. Oh, man. Shout out to the flock, man. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Much love to everybody. Yes, sir. You dig? We're going to open up for the Pelican faithful. Pelicans, Nola, shout out to you, Young City, 9th Ward. Good to see you, Jay Carv. What's happening, baby? Shout out to you, 504 Co as well. Trey Joseph, what's popping, brother Trey? OG Jerry in the building. Jay Black is representing DB. Shout out to you. What's up, Moles? My brother Moles is up in this thing. Shout out to the Queen, Jessica. How you doing, Queen? Much love.
Always up in the piece.
Appreciate all of y'all, man. Yeah, we're going to definitely open up the lines of communications. We're going to go through these statistics and then preview the upcoming matchup against the Golden State Warriors on Monday, and then we'll open up the phone lines up until about 11 o'clock, depending on how many people chime in. So we want to get everybody, get an opportunity to chime in. We won't be going, too long on tonight's stream, but we want to hear from you guys. So we'll open up the lines of communication. So DC, let's jump right into it, man, without any further ado.
Mm-hmm.
Heard Willie said, man, but the statistics say a lot of really positive stuff for the Pelicans. 40 of 87 for 46% flat from the field today versus the Knicks, 33 of 90 for almost 37%. Pelicans were 9 of 33 for 27.3. The Knicks were 7 of 37 for just under 19%. Pelicans from the foul line, atrocious. 7 of 16 for almost 44%. Knicks a lot better, 14 of 18 for almost 78%. They had 59 rebounds, they being the Knicks, to 43 by the Pelicans, 16 of which were offensive. They were cleaning up the boards big time. Then you had the assist game with the Pelicans, 20 to 19 there. The steals were 8 to 7 for the Pels. You look at 5 to 3 on the blocks for the Pels. Pelicans had like 6 turnovers in the first half. They finished the game with 13 turnovers versus 19 turnovers by the Knicks. 25 to 21 with the fast break points. Pelicans win the points in the paint battle, 52 to 50 in the matchup. And the largest lead the Pelicans had at one time was 19. The Knicks not so much, but the Pelicans pretty much ran this thing from start to finish. Much better, solid performance in this matchup. So let's hear from the team statistics. We're going to bring Lex in too. Go ahead, DC.
Yeah, man. Statistics, first off, man, looking at the Pels, only get 43 rebounds to the Knicks getting 59. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? But when you really put things in perspective, man, and you look at that 36% field goal percentage, then you understand. The Pels played excellent defense, as it shows in those two stats, along with the turnovers, man. 19 turnovers by the Knicks, only 13 by the Pelicans. Now, for everybody who's been watching the Pelicans since the beginning of the preseason, man, this is almost a miracle for them to have 13 turnovers. Have they finally figured out this offense, getting more comfortable with it? And out of that 13, 4 of them was on JV. I don't know what's going on with him tonight as far as that. BI, still had a few moments. But if you just take those two guys out, that's 9 turnovers from BI and JV, man. And the Pels did an excellent job taking care of the basketball and also playing great defense, which made up for, some of those lapses we saw with our 3-point shooting, right? And us basically getting dominated on the glass, with 16 offensive boards by the New York Knicks, and we only getting 4. So we was able to overcome that just by stellar play, man, on the defensive end. You saw them opening up this game. It's pretty much from the onset, man. They came out, we did our thing in that first quarter, and we pretty much just rode that whole lead that we built throughout the whole game. Every time the Knicks got close, they would clamp down and on that defensive end, man, get a few turnovers and convert that into points. So shout out to the Pels, man. 25 fast break points, bro. We come a long way. Hopefully we can keep this going. I like the style of play they had tonight. I think it's a lot of room for improvement. As you can see, we normally don't get out rebounded this bad, but man, it's a lot to be happy and excited about because Jose's still not playing. Trey Murphy's still not out there. And also Najee. So we got even more we can do. And I think the bench unit as it is right now can be a plus at times. And with those guys added, man, I'm just excited to see what our second unit would be. We already know what we got in our starters, barring health. BI and Zion did their thing tonight. And looking at these statistics, man, if we can be this damn good defensively, man, sky's the limit. 18% from the 3-point line? Are you kidding me? It's an NBA team, right? Shout out to the Pels, man. Great team victory. Everybody contributed and did their part, even people who had rough nights shooting or whatnot. Everybody's locked in defensively, man. They really played as a unit tonight.
Yeah, indeed, DC. I was very happy, man. 3 of the 4 quarters, I was very satisfied, especially with the offense. The defense was there. The hustle was there. A lot of things was there. And like I said, this was the type of effort I would want to see on both ends. And like we said, there was some stuff that we seen toward the back end of the game. They kind of ran cold with 3-point, too many 3-point shots. Didn't tack enough like I would want them to do. But in the end, it's still a very good effort, and they put a lot of positive stuff up there. Lex, I'm gonna bring you in, Queen.
Lex.
Shout out to you. Appreciate you being on the stream tonight. Shout out to you. You did a wonderful report early on and doing a lot of great. Shout out to Lexa. What do you think about? I know you've been kind of looking at this thing here. What do you think about the performance tonight by the Pelicans? A much better performance, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's trending upwards compared to what they showed in the Grizzlies. They definitely improved limiting their turnovers, which is really good. It's really something like I'm looking at just different stats, and they didn't like win a lot of areas by much. They did, shoot better from behind the arc, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, they had a solid game. I think one thing that stuck out, I was glad to see Jonas. There was some times where he looked like Lithuania, JV out there. So I'm glad he's getting more opportunities than he usually does. But yeah, really, there's not much to say. It was solid. Definitely got to improve. Just really continue to improve because I'm looking at the better teams. Where we match up. With the top teams in the NBA, and we just got to continue to improve, continue to get better, get the offense down, tighten up on the defense, and keep trending upward.
Yeah, this is like I said. This was a very, very. I was into the game, and I wasn't too frustrated. What kind of really the fundamental stuff that I like to talk about, like the free throws, hitting the free throws, because we'll get tougher teams down the line. Dyson didn't do too well. shooting the free throws. I know. I think CJ was 2 of 4. I'm gonna go through the individual statistics momentarily, and we'll get you guys to chime in on that. So anyway, let's hit that and do that, man. Let's move on to that and start looking at that. 26 points by BI in the matchup. He led the Pelicans, 26 points, 7 boards, 3 assists. He did have 5 turnovers in 32 minutes, 11 of 17 from the field. He was 1 of 3 from downtown, but 3 or 4 from the charity stripe. Zion in the matchup, 24 points in 28 minutes. He was 12 of 17 from the field. He was 0 for 2 from the charity stripe, 5 boards and a couple assists, but plus 11 on the plus minus board. You look at the second scorer, CJ McCollum in 30 minutes. DC had 12 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown. He did have 7 assists and 4 steals and a plus 18 on the plus minus. Herb, 10 points, a couple of rebounds, 3 blocks, but he was doing a lot that, in between the stats, taking charges, doing all kind of fantastic stuff. In 28 minutes, 4 of 6 from the field. He was perfect from the downtown, shooting 2 of 2 from the 3-point land, and he did a phenomenal job in overall play for him. Big V, 8 points in 21 minutes. He finished with 4 boards. He did have 4 turnovers and 4 fouls as well. And of course, we kind of glide to the bench. Well, Jordan Harkins had 9 points in 18 minutes. He was 3 of 7 from the field. 50%, right, 50% from shooting it downtown, 3 of 6. He also had 4 boards. He was playing some pretty decent defense there. And then we look at Matt Ryan. He had 3 points, not as crisp as he was in the first matchup. He was actually 1 of 8 from the field. He had 1 3-pointer, 1 of 8 from downtown. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal in the block in the matchup. Dyson Daniels in 22 minutes. He finished with only 2 points. He was 1 of 7 from the field and 0 for 3 from downtown, as well as 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. So we getting on them free throw drills. We definitely know that, but he was pretty solid defensively. He had 4 rebounds. He had 3 assists. He had a steal, and he was plus 11 on the plus minus chart. So, there's a few of the players that we delve into. So we started off with Lexa. You go ahead and give your take, what you thought about, I guess you could say some of the Zion and BI. You had the report where you talked about the duo. What do you think about their performance in this matchup based on here?
Well, definitely they were solid. I think they just got to continue to improve. I think in the pick and roll, they didn't really do a whole lot, like as far as together. But the thing is, as far as just the whole team was really involved. But one thing I will say is Matt Ryan, I was really excited about his hold on, y'all. My bad. Somebody knocking on my door.
Go ahead, DC.
I'll go ahead and pick my 3 guys and give some insight on everybody. As far as Dice, man, Dice got to do better offensively. Defensively, he was stellar. Just want to point that out. Obviously, you got to put an asterisk there for Hawk, man. I mean, he went 3 of 3 out the gate, kind of tailed off on the back end, but it was really good to see him have his second NBA game, man. And it looks like he's playing better than probably he's been playing with us throughout the summer league and the preseason, minus that 17-point game in Orlando. I guess kind of found himself. So shout out to him, man. Matt Ryan, it felt weird to even say his name. I can't even. I was about to call him something else. Matt Ryan, what the hell we talking about? But anyway,
on the way, DC, we got to spin that Matty Icy Hot term I used to call Matt Ryan from that.
Well, he definitely got he got ice veins. He got a game winner on us, so we know we can't hit him in the clutch. But I think what Lexa was going to get at, she's obviously going to fill in the blanks on what she was going to say, but I liked his playmaking ability, man, and just when he was out there, they pass him the ball, somebody's there, he's like, oh, I could kind of shoot this. Nah, let me get it. I'll get it back. And he kind of forces that second unit to move the ball, man. He's really kind of one of the guys. When I notice he's not in the game, the ball is sticking a little more. But when he's out there, the ball is flowing. It's moving around, man. So he didn't hit a lot of his shots, but as you can see, his plus or minus, he was still +8. And I think that was the ability that he kind of has. I wouldn't call him like a point guard, maybe like a connector. You want to say that? He just plays within the offense, knows when to take those shots and when not to. Like looking at the stat line, seeing him miss 7 shots. I didn't think he missed 7. I didn't even think he took 8 because he took his shots at the right time, even though he only made 1. 3 assists, 3 rebounds, solid game from him. My 3 guys tonight, obviously, Zion, B.I., and I got to throw Herb in there, man. But I do want to mention C.J. McCullough. He was out there jacking up shots again. I didn't like some of the stuff I saw. But he did play excellent defense with 4 steals. You know, the brother only had 1 turnover. So if we're going to give him shots to do, give him 11 shots to do whatever the hell he want to do, if he does that, then fine, man. You can have it, bro. Make him or miss him, you can have it. He earned it. You know, so thought he had a solid game, but he did revert back to that guy, but made good playmaking decisions.
Yeah.
So
DC, I got a nickname for you, CJ McClick'em. That's what that's what the hell he was doing.
get the clicking sometimes. Huh?
Dude,
but anyway, man, I'm gonna let Lexa fill in the blanks on Zion and BI. Y'all saw they had a phenomenal game, man. 70 and 60% field goal shooting from both of those guys. Man, that's crazy, man. Both of them 24, 26 points. Awesome showing. Looking like best duo in the league, like Willie said they would be, you know, or are. Remember they had that stint with Stan Van Gundy where they lead the league in scoring. So if they can get that together with actually winning games, maybe they could be recognized as that. But the guy that really jumped out to me, man, really jumped out to me was Herb Jones. Man, you mean to tell me Herb gonna play the type of defense that we know he could play? He got 3 blocks tonight. One of them was a 3-point shot. Was guarding everybody.
Yeah, that was nice.
You look up to the stats on Julius Randle, which he wound up on him at times, and you look at Jalen Brunson, man, clamps on both of them. I'm like, wow. And on top of that, so he gonna play that type of defense, and then you gonna go out and you gonna hit 2 3-pointers, shoot 2 and hit 2. Herb on the year. Well, he got to be about 60 or 70% from 3-point line. Man, this right here made me realize, wait a minute, man, we might, I don't know, Herb to step this game up. Now, he got to finish better at the rim. I didn't like that. He had some easy ones he could have got. Kind of had bad finishes at the rim, or he probably would have been 100%. They ran Herb Jones off the 3-point line, y'all. I thought I was dreaming. I said, did Herb do a pump fake and drive past somebody?
Did the scouting report.
What? They ran. Well, that's it. The man 2 for 2. If you watch last game, he was
I know.
2 for 4 or something. So he been hitting them in the preseason, you know. So maybe they was watching the recent film. I don't know. But they ran him off the 3-point line. I said, I'll be goddamn. If we have Herb out there playing that type of defense, and we getting defenses to respect him where they can't just sag off him, man, I'm telling you, we in for a hell of a season, y'all.
All right, Alexa, baby, you want to finish your commentary?
Yeah. I really, I was really impressed with Matt Ryan. I think I like his decision making as well as his hustle. J-Hawk, he's definitely taking advantage of his opportunities. Of course, I don't know about Kyra. I'm kind of concerned about him. And then Cody Zeller, he didn't have a whole lot of time, but the time that he was in there, you know, just the small details that he did was really good. It's really solid. So just want to point them out, you know, because I know, you know, we haven't had a huge sample of those guys, but from what I saw from tonight, you know, they did really well. So that's basically it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We did get a look at mostly all of these guys. I did like a little bit of everything. I like Dyson's defense. I didn't like the missed free throws. Obviously, I'm a kind of fundamental guy. I think that if they call free throws for a reason, it's supposed to be the easiest shot, but besides maybe a wide open layup. But I mean, we got to definitely improve upon that, and it's still early on in the season. So I do like how they are playing with Matt Ryan there as well. I like how Jordan Hawkins is more engaged defensively. I even like, to a degree, I seen KLJ doing a few things. So it's a lot to be happy for with this team, and you can see that the effort. As long as I'm seeing that effort, man, a strong effort like that, man, I'm good. I'm good with that. So
Big
that's
Q.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before we move on, man, I want to ask you about this star player you got up on the screen right there. I thought you were gonna make reference to something I noticed, and I thought about you, man. We had Jackson Hayes, who is an impatient pick setter, right?
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yeah, he led the league several years straight in impatient picks. Yes.
Now we have a mean pick setter.
Yes.
Boy, Cody Zeller was out there setting some nasty picks, bro. Getting
Hey,
people wide open, Q. So we got rid of an impatient pick setter. We got a mean pick setter, bro. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think that's absolutely wonderful, DC. I absolutely love it. And look, listen, man, we talked about this before with just to talk about Valanciunas, man, and how he played right, and how they were employing and using him, DC. And we often talk about how, having him at point, in this game, you've seen that the Pelicans was feeding him as he was on the second team going against the backups there, and he had success. So they staggered the lineup like we talked about during the show, and it actually showed it was very beneficial how they did it. It was very complete tonight. Outside of a few nagging things that they did, it was a damn solid performance outside that third quarter, man. So yeah, not
we
bad.
gotta put teams away, man. We got to figure that out, because this was supposed to be a complete blowout where we could have had our backups in the game most of that second half, and we just didn't close the door on them, like you said, in that third quarter. So we can figure that out, man. And you get more games like this during the season, you can utilize your chance to kind of get a break or take some rest during games to set you up for the rigorous 82 you got to play in the NBA. That's what winning teams do.
This is true. And yeah, the Knicks scored 31 points in the third quarter against the Pelicans 22, and they got really close. And of course, the fourth quarter was 19-19 there. So you're right. But we left a lot of points on the board in terms of the foul shots, stuff like that. And then toward the back end of the game wasn't really as close as it indicated, like you guys know. Toward the back end of the game, the Pelicans allowed the Knicks to kind of squeeze the lead a little bit and make it look like it wasn't so bad. So when the backups came in, so yeah, we definitely have to work on that killer instinct to smash these teams out and keep it pushing, man. And speaking of keeping it pushing,
yeah, it was 77, 96 if you ask me, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We let them in. We toward the back end when they emptied the bench, they let everybody in. The Knicks backups were able to kind of compress the lead and make it look a little closer than what it actually was. But in the end, at least we got the victory. It's something that we can learn from. All right, so moving forward, family, here we go. Golden State Warriors is coming up here on Monday, 7 p.m. tip-off time in the Smoothie King Center. It's still with this Golden State. It's early on. It'll be the third game for us of the season with the first of the 3 games that we'll play against G State. They're talking about in this early injury report, they're talking about Kuminga, Curry, and Green are game time decisions. We also know they're saying Jose Alvarado, they just mentioned, is out. And they got here a game time decision for Najee Marshall. I'm not sure Najee plays. I don't think he plays. I don't know. I'm going to have to check on that. Y'all let me know. Y'all got anything relevant to add to?
He had a bone bruise, so it's possible. But why would you if you don't have to? Get him more rest.
But I thought, didn't he hyperextend something too outside the bone bruise? Didn't he hyperextend? Wasn't that a part of it?
I think he did his knee.
I thought the knee was the bone bruise, no? But maybe
a bone bruise and a hyperextended knee. I mean, it could have been a combination of both.
Yeah. Right. So we got the Warriors currently 1-1, 1-0 on the road. The Pelicans are cool, confident 2-0, 1-0 in the building. We can get our third win and start off in the right way. That old nasty matchup predictor got the Pelicans really handling the Golden State Warriors 61.4 versus their 38.6% in the Smoothie King Center. So fam, they got Chris Paul. They got a few other things shaking and baking with the Golden State Warriors, DC. Lexa, let's talk about this matchup between them. How can we get this? Do you guys think we'll get this third win against the Golden State Warriors as they come creeping into the Smoothie King Center on Monday night?
Yeah, we definitely got to play smart. You going up against Chris Paul, solid IQ, floor general, and same thing with Steph. I mean, very high IQ. He just put up 40 something against the Kings, and they won that game at their place. So I know what the matchup predictor is predicting, but Steph can go off. That's if he does play. But with this Warriors team, their reputation precedes them. So we got to go out there and play our best Pelicans basketball. This is I think the first huge challenge. Everybody's basically healthy. I think I heard that Draymond might be playing in that game. I'm not sure. Totally sure about
Why
that.
would he or wouldn't he? Isn't everybody healthy?
Well, he was out because I think he had a sprained ankle in the preseason, just like Jose around the same time. So, actually, I think a little bit before. So he may play, but they're definitely vulnerable in the front court because they don't have no Triple J like the Grizzlies had or Robinson with the Knicks. They don't really have a shot blocker. Really, that's one thing that hurt them in the playoffs last season. So definitely they're vulnerable there. But, the perimeter, we got to lock it up on D. Got to lock it up because that's their biggest strength right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I look at this game as this will show me if everything's a mirage and we still got a lot of work to do, or if we're headed in the right track. Because I remember the last time we played the Warriors, and we basically got embarrassed, man. I mean, we were up big on them. Draymond started doing antics and stuff.
Yeah,
Then
and that was at their house.
They kind of punked us a little bit, man. I mean, they was calling guys out. We didn't really respond the way we should have. So if this team is who I think they're becoming, I think they would have remembered that, and they definitely get this win, no matter what they got to do, because it was very disappointing last time we played the Warriors because we did get a humongous lead. We were playing really well. I think Zion might have been out of that game though.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
wasn't
a whole
playing.
different animal. But we were tearing them up, man. And we just let them people get back in the game and then wind up blowing us out. And it all happened after they had an altercation where it was like one of these things like they're gonna fight and all that. And Draymond kind of, I guess called some of our peoples out and punked them a little bit, And the guys wasn't really ready for that. BI wasn't one of them, but nonetheless, maybe the moment was too big. I think it was a national TV game too. So this is a chance to redeem myself, kind of get things on the right track, and ultimately what they got to do. The main thing, like what Lexus said, is the perimeter. The perimeter is everything for them. A lot of people looking at the Chris Paul, Steph Curry thing and like, oh, that ain't never working. Well, let's understand something. When you got two dudes who are point guards, they understand the game at a very high level. So offensively, hell yeah, it's gonna work. But when you're looking at defensively, how you can exploit that, if you're an intelligent team, you can definitely do that with those two guys. But you can't get to a shootout with this team, think you're gonna win them. You can't let Steph drop 40, 50 on you and think you're gonna win. So we got to go out there, handle business, and it all starts with the defense. That looks to be right now that is our identity. Our identity starts on the defensive end, and then we just play off of our superstars, making everything simple. Guys moving when they actually have the ball, not standing there just watching. And this kind of seems like who we might be. As the season goes on, it can grow into a lot of other things. But first and foremost, man, we gotta lock up on D, and we gotta dominate on the interior, because we're not gonna outshoot the Warriors typically. Maybe we have a hot night, but we got to get our points in the paint, and we cannot turn the ball over. I repeat, we cannot turn the ball over. This championship team If you make a lot of mistakes, they're going to capitalize. It ain't no, oh, you turn it over 20, we turn it over 22. Nah, they're gonna capitalize off that. So we got to play smart, intelligent basketball, and we get the dub in our at home in the Smoothie King Arena. So maybe Steph doesn't play out Draymond, because it seems like when they play us at home, they don't ever want to show up.
Yeah, I want that 3-0, man. I'm really feeling that, man. That 3-0. I want that 3-0, man. I love that. We got 2 straight. Let's get the 3rd straight. Let's keep mashing on. I think we could put something together pretty special early on in the way they playing. And Lexa, DC, watching Zion in this game tonight. Oh, I mean, he was attacking the basket. He was getting there, and then into the second half, things just got really easy for him.
Yeah.
See him smiling and it was pretty cool to see how he was struggling to get what he needed to get in the first game, and this one was a lot easier for Zion, and you can see him and BI kind of doing their thing. But man, I'm telling you, man, the shooting, eventually we're gonna get that shooting together. The guy Matt Ryan, he was 1 of 8. He had a few other misses, and CJ McClickam at time he wasn't doing the right stuff. But yeah, man, it's just it's just par for the course, and that's just what it is when you get CJ McCollum, man. He brings a lot of positive, and that's just a few of the negative things I don't like. But on the flip side, a lot of positive stuff to see with this team as we moving forward, man. I just love our youngsters, what we got like Jordan, J-Hawk, what I call him, DC, Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
I love how Hawkeye plays, man. How he
Larry Nance put a little meme up there. He took his face and put it over Hawkeye's face. We had little arrows on. It's pretty funny.
I remember, we named him. What was it, DC? We named him during what was right after the draft, right after the draft. We gave him threw that little Hawkeye on him. We got that nicknames around here, so it's all good, man. But anyway, shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all. If y'all want to chime into the stream, we'll be going up until about maybe right around 11 o'clock. Not a late stream tonight. Sad to say, maybe one down the line. Next week, we'll be doing a little longer, perhaps. But if you want to chime in tonight and drop your thoughts, man, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Y'all come in and kind of drop some game with us. Let us know how you feel about it. I see Jay Black in the building. I see several other family members, man, that we haven't heard from in a while, man. I know they got some game they want to drop. Y'all pop that link. Come on. I see Brother Moses in the building. Look at Moses up, man. Shout out to Mose and the rest and everybody, man. Yeah, in the Queens, man. Y'all get in here. And what's up, C-Step? Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you. Y'all chime on in. We got Don Anthony, man. We're gonna bring it to the stream. Don Anthony, how you doing, brother? Welcome on in.
Yo.
What's good with you, brother? How you doing tonight?
Blessed, man. It's another day, another good day that the Pelicans won. Okay.
Let's talk about it, my brother. How you think? How do you feel about the Pelicans and their performance tonight against the Knicks?
I feel good about it. What I can say, what I'm seeing from the team and the staff is good adjustments. I feel like we've been really focused on trying to find different ways to better the team. I do give them credit in that aspect. But also what I really don't like, to be honest, it kind of works a little bit now, but I don't think we should continue it, and that's having a lineup now, which I know why we're doing it. We're having a lineup where neither Zion or BI is in the game. Now, granted, I know that's for to get the best out of JV. I believe that's what that's for, to open up the lane, the paint for him so he can go to work one-on-one, give him more space, put shooters around him so we can capitalize on JV. And also that could be because, like I said, we probably are going to trade him as well, so to make sure that he's keeping good value. So that could be a reason why. But I don't think having a lineup without Zion or Ingram or going against a better team or a good team, I hope that's something that we won't be continuing, because that's not going to work. I mean, it's not going to work. We need to at least have Zion or BI on the floor.
and especially that dog Zion, man. I love how they've been playing individually. I agree with Lexa as far as the needing to improve the cohesiveness and the chemistry and make it more, this build like, the pick and roll, they just need to get more chemistry. I need BI to shoot the ball when Zion giving him the ball. He hesitating too much. Like, damn, it's like sometimes he be like, nah, I don't want to get Zion assists. That's what it be looking like sometimes. Like, bro, they shoot the ball, bro. Y'all know Zion, bro. Every time he got the ball, gravity, they coming to him. Be ready to shoot. BI, you the same way. You ain't, Zion gonna get you right, man. So I just need BI because I think me personally, BI, he has a little ego, a little bit of ego in him, and sometimes he knows he needs to get Zion the ball, and also sometimes take a step back and let him work, but sometimes he still gets in the way of himself. It's my turn. No, fuck that. Excuse my language. Fuck that. Like, dog, let's win the game. You see how it's going. Keep the flow. Stop trying to, you know what I'm saying? I understand. You a dog too. He a dog too. But if Zion got it going, man, feed him. You know what I'm saying? And we be saying where B.I. go wrong. Like, B.I. be having them moments where he could start going ISO dribbling too much. Now you got two people trapped. You slim. You supposed to bengay the ball up. You got in your head again. Trying to be the, you know what I'm saying? Trying to prove something like. So it's like, man, they need to get that together, and that lineup we need at least Zion or BI in at all times, and that's how I'm started off.
All right. Shout out to you, Don Anthony. Appreciate you. Much love and go Pels. Thank you, brother. All right, y'all. Anybody want to chime in on what Don Anthony says? DC, Lexa, anyone can chime in. What you think about what he dropped on us?
I mean, I think the brother made some interesting points. I don't totally disagree, but I really thought they looked good tonight. I mean, sometimes BI does kind of get in that mode where he gonna scope, but I look at it more like they know what they can do. And Zion is kind of the same way when they see, oh, it's only two guys, this guy on me, but him being on me, I'm open. Let me shoot right over him. Just think it's a matter of perspective. As far as that, the way they running kind of the offense with Zion, they're not calling a whole bunch of plays and stuff for him. They kind of giving him the ball and feeding off of the matchups. So, but I get what he's saying though, because they do have some players who's like, damn, what man, give Zion the ball. How y'all go down there and have a possession and Zion don't touch the ball? Like, this is our greatest.
That happens a lot.
Right. So I don't like that either.
It bothers me.
It's more like the offense. It's not like they're not designing it, or it's not designed or implemented in a way for them to do that. I don't really see it as like it's BI making an independent decision, because I see other guys who will bring the ball up like a Herb Jones or somebody, and the same shit happen. So it's kind of like, are they trying to, because we don't know, this could be the thing. Think about it, family. Like the last 2 seasons, Zion come out in the beginning of the season, he looks great, right? And then somewhere around there, he gets hurt. So maybe they're trying to let Zion play his way into shape. BI definitely played more minutes than him. So could it be a thing where they kind of limiting how they use him right now for the sake of letting him get in better shape and maybe ramping that up down the line once we get to a certain part of the season?
It's very well possible, DC. I mean,
That's all that makes sense.
I mean, we do
thinking they had him on a minute restriction or something, because I mean, he played less than 30 minutes, and he usually plays between 30 and 35, which still isn't a lot. But I don't know.
I mean, we didn't need him either, though, right? I mean, we kind of had both of those games were kind of handled. So why you got him out there if you don't really need him out there?
I mean, well, for chemistry, I mean, because BI and Zion haven't really played together. Like they need to, in order to get their chemistry together, they have to play together. And so these are the times to work on that, to improve on, where they like the ball at, as far as getting to their spots and just, connecting. Because I think in the pick and roll, I don't think they connected at all in the pick and roll. Zion came to screen, but I don't think at any time Bi had passed the ball to him. I don't know. And then I don't think they run any type of sets for Zion. I mean, has anybody heard about anything about that? Because I know they did that last season. They didn't run any plays for him.
When they asked Willie, he said they was working on it.
Yeah, I don't like the fact. I don't like the notion of give the ball to Zion, move out the way. Like everybody has said that when you get up against the better teams, they're going to have like plans to try and stop him.
Mhm.
And that's when we need a coach to step in and run some plays, especially for a player like Zion. He's too great of a player not to run something for. I mean, just think about across the league, all the top players. Have you ever heard any of the top players around the league and the coach not running a play for them? It's unheard of. I mean, you imagine Giannis not having a play called for him?
They don't call a bunch of them for him, though. They kind of let Giannis get the ball in the attack. Yeah, they do put him in sets, right?
But this the thing. We shouldn't be dealing with this year. We got two things that's supposed to change the game for us this year. Number one, we got Borrego. We're supposed to operate a very motion friendly, should I say, offense. But we're not stagnant. We're moving around. And number two is we got a physical therapist. So those are two big things right there.
About the physical therapist, boy. You Alexis will never let us forget.
He never gonna let you forget.
Hold it down, Miss Adamore. Hold it down.
Therapist now. So shout out to the fam, man. We got three greats in the building, man. Chiming in as well. Jay Black, brother James, and Mose, brother Mose is in this thing. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all chiming in.
Mr. Smith.
We're going to start. Brother Mose, you can start it off. James, Jay Black, y'all can jump in there anywhere y'all want, man. And talk to us, man. How you feel about this Pelican club, man? We talked about shooters. The Pelicans have added shooting. And listen, we looking pretty decent. We're improving, but we still missing out on some of our key reserves. Jose Alvarado, DC's third cousin, is missing. And then we still got Trey Murphy that's coming back pretty soon. Najee Marshall and all these guys. So, hey, man, we're looking pretty good. Mose, what you think, brother?
First of all, guys, it's good to be back, in basketball season. I kind of missed y'all a little bit the off season because I got, my boy plays football. I got one that plays baseball, so I'm running with them. So now we're starting to settle back into this basketball season right here. But what I think, like you guys were talking about Zion, they do run a kind of run a play for Zion. If y'all don't watch the game, he starts out on the right side of the court. CJ will pass the ball into JV at the high post, and he'll come and pick for Zion, and Zion comes around going left, and he's in the middle of the court, trying to make something happen. So they do run that play for Zion early in the game to try to get him going. So that as far as the shooting concern, I kind of like the way the shooting is going. I think when we get Trey Murphy back, and if Zion and Bi can stay healthy, I think we got a good shot this year, because what you have to realize, the league superstars are getting old. And if you're watching these games, you're starting to see, man, these teams with the Steph Currys and all the guys who got all of these miles on their bodies from being in the playoffs all of these years, man, those guys are getting in their mid-30s now. So we got a young and up-and-coming team. When we get Trey Murphy back, man, I think we got a chance to be spectacular. From that standpoint, I don't really fear anybody. You talk about Phoenix, they added Beal and they got Booker and Durant. Man, what you have to realize is Durant's still a good player. I think Beal was kind of overrated. I just think he's a good basketball player. I don't think he's a superstar player, so I don't really fear him in Phoenix. You know, you still got them old guys in LA, you know, LeBron and you and street clothes were over there stealing people money. They just they just gave him another big contract. He's stealing people money. Kawhi is coming back, but those guys are aging. All the Pels have to do is stay healthy and keep improving, and you got an opportunity to do something special this year, I think.
Indeed, brother Moles, appreciate you. Brother James, J Black, welcome on in, man. Feel free to chime in, brother, on with brother
Hey,
Moles. You know, I say anybody. So what y'all guys think about the Pelicans, man, and how they're looking right now and their prospects going into the season?
how y'all doing, man? Long time, listen. No, I'm just playing. I always listen to y'all guys, man. It's just been busy. Um, but I would go kind of like hopping on what Moses saying. I agree with him in regards to like they are running sets. I think the thing is that what some people may not notice is that yeah, they're giving the ball to him at the top of the key, and it kind of looks like last year was like, oh, get a ball to Zion, move out the way. But I think the main difference is that people aren't just sitting still and just waiting for the ball for them to pitch it out. Like there's consistent movement around the other people. That's consistent. Like you see Herb setting screen for someone like C.J. McCollum. So when he drives to the basket, he'll probably pop out for a wide open three of Zion, give it to him. Same thing where you saw where like you saw a lot of 3-point opportunities for Brandon Ingram and other people that they were consistently moving the ball. Then you saw situations where, as far as like the pick and roll, as far as like getting Zion the ball in the pick and roll, I don't think it's going to happen as often as we think it's going to happen because when they do the pick and roll, they're so scared of Zion that 9 times out of 10 they're going to go with him, which is going to leave Brandon Ingram with a lot of open space to hit that mid-range shot that he likes to hit. Now, I think the one thing too is we got to realize is that outside of just putting in a new system, we also fighting the fact that this is what the 14th, no, counting preseason, this is the 16th game that they've played together the last 2 years. So they also got to get that chemistry down. And then you got to also do it within a new system that you're also learning. So they're getting that. But if you kind of look at how it's been going, it's looking better each game as they're getting more minutes with them. You see where you didn't see a lot of, his turn, my turn this game when it came to Brandon Ingram and Zion, where they did play off of each other a lot of times and it don't necessarily have to be them, setting screens for each other, but more the fact that they're moving in position to get a pass from them or to dump it to them as they're like I think there was one pass that Brandon Ingram threw into Zion's cutting and vice versa. So it's gonna get better each game. You saw a game with CJ McCollum compared to like the last game, he scored 24 points, had a couple of assists. This game he had what 12 points, 10 points, I think it was, and he had like 7 assists and 5 rebounds. Like that's just let you know like everything is happening because you got multiple you getting multiple touches. You got Herb Jones. That's another thing too. That this is how you can tell that the offense has improved is that you're not seeing Herb Jones just stuck out there shooting threes and sitting there waiting on the ball, and teams are playing off of him and double up on Zion. You're seeing him getting the ball in motion. You're seeing him setting screens for others and then cutting and getting to the basket and Zion and Brandon finding them, finding her to get to the basket. The other thing I like too is despite JV getting in foul trouble, the last 2 games there were points that they made an emphasis where they put JV out there with a whole bunch of shooters and got him a whole bunch of touches, which we have been begging for since last year. He did like when Zion was out or Brandon him out, we was like, yo, get JV involved, and they did. And in the last 2 games, he was getting touches. Now I believe it wasn't for the foul trouble for this game. Like think about it, he had foul trouble and everything. He still was +5. Like that's crazy. Like he was still like I think it was like the third quarter he had came in, and he had like what 3, 4, 5 straight possessions that they gave him the ball, and he was just giving Mr. Robinson, whoever was guarding him, the business. So, and I like I said, I get some of my only complaint, honestly, really is still the issue of rebound. Like that is still something that we need to clear. Like there's no way in hell Mr. Robinson should have had 10 offensive rebounds this game, but he did. And I know the score looked closer than what it was, but hell, if it weren't for the fact that they called the dogs off with 5 minutes left, bro, like and make their free throws, it probably would have been a 30-point win. So, like I said, I see a lot better stuff than I saw last year. There's going to be mishaps. There are going to be things that they're still working on because of just not only this new system, but the lack of time that they've had on the court. And kind of like DC said earlier, like Zion only played 28 minutes this game because we stomped them out. And then the other thing is too, they stretched the lead was the 18 points when both Zion and Brandon was off the floor. Like when the last time we said that both of them was off the floor and they stretched the lead? Like that's absurd, right? So and that's without Trey Murphy and Jose and Najee and everything like that. So I can only see it getting better at some point as long as everybody's still, healthy, like our main guys are healthy and getting more minutes.
All right. Thank you, man. Jay Black, you want to chime in, bro?
Hello, you get me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right. So, I love the way the game went. We winning despite our offense even doing much of what they're gonna look like in the future, and it's scoring from a whole different lot of angles. Now, there's a couple things I've seen. A reason for the first game with all these turnovers was a lot of the refs. The refs still, this is blatant. I never felt like this more than I feel like it now. It was at least 4 or 5 offensive fouls we was called for. In the first and second quarter, we called for a lot of screens that's not even illegal screens. They get to foul us. Marcus Smart went at the knees. That was the last game. This game, they became more physical later on in the games. But the thing about this is that this team is mentally tougher than it was last year. These two teams beat the shit out of us last year. The Knicks beat us handily, and Memphis beat us like 141-116. Against these teams, we would have lost the way we were last year. This year, they play with more effort, more energy, and they use the whole team. It's not just one person. It's not just a Zion. It's not just a BI. It's not just CJ. It's not just Valanciunas. That's why everybody's having trouble even saying who was the player of the game, because it's somebody different. Matt Ryan ain't even have a good shooting. He had it's the better all around. Even though a lot of things happen, just real ice and now they know is not no doing. It's way because Zion.
Jay Black stuff messing up, man.
Your service going in and out, Jay Black. Your sound.
Somebody to say something.
Well,
Yeah.
change
Sound like Charlie Brown teacher right now.
Jay.
Oh man.
Anybody want Alexa, DC? Y'all want kind of add on what Jay Black? Y'all was agreeing with Jay Black was saying. His point about how the Pelicans use the entire team. today, and we are a deep team. I got to. We emptied, and of course it was a blowout game. I agree. We should have with James that it should have been a 30-point blowout.
I agree with that.
I really wanted to see him step on this team, really, step on. But maybe Willie was saying this is a supreme opportunity to get our young players.
It's a long season,
right? So,
and I just think when you look at us, we just look more mature out there on the basketball court than we did in the past. We look like we know what we're doing. There's a certain level of confidence there. Now, you watch Zion, man, he's flexing on everybody and, like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to make y'all pay for all the stuff y'all thought about me in the past. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing that I think I picked up on, and if you're going to me, we need to play Zion instead of playing 28. We need to put 38, 40 minutes a night on him. That way he can go to bed when he get home and cut out all that other stuff, man.
Come on, Mose.
What do y'all think? What y'all think? I'm interested to see how Trey gonna look when he get back. I think.
Oh, I can't wait.
I feel like he got stuff in the bag that we don't know about yet.
I can't wait, man.
I think that's gonna catapult us in another.
Talked him up on media day.
Can you imagine?
That's gonna put us somewhere else, man. When Trey come back, if we can have this Matt Ryan cat playing like how he's playing, Hawk
can you
doing what
imagine?
he's doing, and you add Trey to that?
Hey, DT, can you imagine Zion playing the 5 with Trey out there and Herb and Matt Ryan, maybe Bi?
Or you can throw.
What about this one, Mose? You got CJ, Bi, Trey, and put Matt Ryan or Hawk out there.
Man,
what you gonna do with that?
Man, I just think we look good, and man, and JV giving us good minutes, man. Doing the all season they were talking about trading, but man, we got a spot for him, man. I mean,
they're utilizing him better.
I feel like y'all don't. I feel like don't get ahead of yourself. I still think we should trade him. I feel like we still.
if you can make a better deal
for?
Wait,
if we can find something.
No, but who?
I need it. I don't know.
Realistically,
probably somebody I'm not even thinking about.
But my question is, you said
there's no one out there with his skill set that is available.
I just feel as though he's not that much of an asset to us, to be honest.
He is if you utilize him correctly. You
Yeah,
have
he's
to
the best
utilize
rebounder we
the
have.
personnel on your team.
But as you see, the way we're trying to utilize him, it's kind of like we got to build something different for him. I don't feel like we need to.
No, but that's what you do for your personnel.
Exactly.
You can't adjust the game plan like you have like the Warriors, like personnel from the Warriors. You have to work with the personnel that you have.
Yep.
You have this player. He has a skill set. Maximize his strengths to help the team win.
To value him and get his ass traded. I know.
But
you can say that about any of the players on the team.
Please maximize your strength. Please.
What is it? What is it that you want from that position that JV is not doing? That is my question.
Oh, we need more interior defense.
But I guess
when they come down,
we had like a top 10 defense
with number 6
last season, right?
So
with JV on the team.
A lot of players also believe that as much as they said they want to go and get the interior, the rim protector, and I kind of see what they mean. But if you think about the team that got into the finals, the team that has won the finals, like the rim protection, the only team that got to the finals in the last 2 years that had the two teams that had rim protection was the Celtics, but they couldn't play Robert Williams because they spread the floor and he couldn't play, and they couldn't take advantage of his offense because he sucked offensively. And the Warriors went small, so that made him obsolete. When you play against somebody like the Denver Nuggets, rim protection is not helping you because there's nothing that's going to stop Jokic from doing whatever he wants to do.
And how much rim protection do the Nuggets have?
None.
They don't really have any,
man.
And they just won the championship.
And the way the NBA is now with
Gordon to be a shot blocker.
With the illegal defense and all of that stuff, man, it's hard to get a lot of weak side help anyway in the NBA, man. You want guys who can rebound, and JV can rebound.
I mean, he's a walking double-double.
Exactly. I mean,
if anything, I feel like we need two things, and I didn't really. One of them is not really like a trade to do.
Yeah.
It's more of like there need to be more onus on Zion, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy whenever he comes back to rebound the damn ball. It don't have to. It shouldn't just be up to JV. It should be a team thing that they should rebound. They should. I don't want to see Zion as much as I like Zion and stuff like that. I don't want to see him waiting for somebody else to get the rebound, bro. There's nobody else that is better on the floor that should have the but like there's an advantage where you get the rebound because the moment you get the rebound and you take off, the defense is freaking out because they like, oh my god, he has the ball and we have to set our defense because if we don't, he's gonna put somebody in the ring. That's the other thing. And if there's really anything we really need, maybe I would say continue to try to see if you can get more shooting. Like now, right now, like Matt Ryan might be enough with Trey Murphy coming back with Jordan Hawkins. Maybe we don't need that. Maybe we have enough shooting on the court. But my thing is that whenever JV is not in the game, we need somebody to rebound the ball. And my last point will be as far as the JV stuff is that unless you're going out there to go get Bam Adebayo
Well, let's do it.
but you're
How?
not. They're not
Miami's
trading
not
Bam
about
Adebayo.
to get
They're
How?
not trading Bam. That's my point. That's
But
that's my
the
point.
point. My point was it wasn't not necessarily to get banned, but my point is like you said, somebody of a certain
There is
stat.
no one.
Let's go get
There
them.
is no one. There is no one.
They're not going to
Find
get
somebody.
him
Because the
up.
only way you can upgrade from JV is that you got to get the people that is ungettable, which is Jokic, which is Embiid, which is Bam Adebayo, which is who else that would
The
be
boy from Indiana.
I just
yeah
don't think
like
there's a
that.
big
Yeah,
enough
Miles
upgrade out there,
Turner.
man.
Yeah, Turner.
I just don't think that's a big enough upgrade out there to send that many assets out for somebody. I mean, man, just let's
Ooh.
roll with JV and see how this thing unfold.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
I mean
thought you were
we
saying
can go with that too. I just don't feel like I don't feel like we can roll with that. We're gonna have to
And
roll
we
with that
we
because
saw Jared Allen, like the same team that we just sat there and abused tonight, abused Jared Allen and Evan Mobley in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
And Jared
Like,
Allen folds
right.
under pressure. He
and he
performs
stays
very
hurt.
horrible in
He
playoffs.
also he also stays hurt too. Like the one thing JV gonna do is play.
Yeah, he's
And
available. And that's one
right.
thing
And
this
so
team definitely needs.
Hmm.
You can't knock
Yeah,
that.
my thing was always with JV was I've been banging the hand on the desk for them to play him with the second unit. So you mean to tell me
They heard you.
when the
They heard you
Pelicans are
tonight.
finally doing that, like we had enough and we gotta trade him now?
You been doing what?
I've been banging my hand on the desk like you do, when you broke that desk back in the G. with that heavy hand you
Hey,
got.
fellas.
But
If Matt Ryan keeps shooting that ball like that, man, it's gonna be hard for Najee to get back on that court.
I was just about to say that too.
It's
Please
gonna
don't
be
put
hard
him
for
back on the
Kyra
court.
too.
well, yeah, I'm about to say Kyra, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Kyra, he has
he
an
ain't been good.
opportunity right now, and he is not
Yeah,
taking advantage of it. He's playing just as good, if not worse, than Jayhawk. And Jayhawk is a rookie, so he has an excuse.
Hawk playing better
But
than him
yeah,
right now.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
about to say
Like, yeah, but he should not be playing like Jayhawk, is my point. He should be playing better, and he's not.
I feel
man, it
like
might be time
Kyra's
for
just in an unfortunate situation. Like
it
this
might
ain't
be time. It
Because
might be
he's
time
being
for
pushed. The way Matt Ryan's playing, he's
it
gonna
might be time
be
for
pushed.
Kyra to get in that car with with Derek Carr and get the hell up on out of that city.
that's what I'm saying. We can throw a package together.
No, Kyra and Derek Carr for anybody.
Y'all crazy.
Man, but now about the Najee thing, man, like even him, like Najee is not, and I appreciate Najee, good locker room guy. He gonna go hard for his teammates, but like certain guys, we just don't need playing because there's other guys on the team that need to be playing. And
Yeah, because
there's nobody that I don't agree with that. There's nobody
what
else
you say what?
that's on the bench. I don't agree
What are you
with that.
talking about? Jordan Hawkins?
no, but to
Talking
me,
about?
No,
Najee,
Jordan Hawkins is playing though. My point is
But
that
no.
like
But
at some
that's
point
gonna. Well, we got Alvarado and Najee coming back. What are you
I
talking about?
get that, but at the same
And
time,
Trey
I
Murphy.
mean that I get that, and I mean Kyra. When Trey Murphy comes back, let's be real. It's not gonna be like he's gonna get 30 minutes off the bat. Like he's
he
not
gonna
before we
work
get to
back
a certain
in.
point.
But Najee
But Naj,
and Dyson is the same player. They duplicate players.
Right? I don't.
They
You don't need both.
not really.
Well, I
Not
thought
really.
Dyson
and
was
Dice,
more
not
compared to
duplicate.
Herb, like a poor version of Herb.
Who?
I thought Dyson was supposed to, because they both strong defensive players, right?
Exactly. So Najee to me is a guy that run around throwing that ball away out there, man.
Right.
We just playing it because we ain't got nobody else.
I think
Right.
with the
Najee's
this is the
supposed to
thing.
be the enforcer on the team, right?
Yeah,
So
but
right
Najee
next to
Marshall
Bi and
is
Zion, he's the one who.
And
Yeah,
when I
but
think enforcer, I know I'm older than you guys. I'm thinking Beer Lambeer, and that's an enforcer. Najee, I don't know what you
Well,
would
I
call
mean,
That's the
we
'80s when people
nobody
getting
has those
bloody
type of
noses and all
enforcers
that.
Like
these
nobody
They ain't do that no more.
Bill Lambert wouldn't even play in the NBA no more.
Man,
Najee
Yeah,
right
nobody
enforcer.
now.
Now
has
you just
enforcers
gotta
like
kind of
that,
be able to
man.
fight because
I mean,
most of the guys don't
Draymond
even want to
doesn't
fight.
even make that cut.
Yeah. Oh,
But my thing is that
Draymond
as far
fake, man.
as
That's
far
what
like
I'm
Najee
saying.
Marshall, like
Lambeer was a
Najee
real
Marshall,
deal. He'll hurt your back. He'll injure you.
Yeah, they ain't no
Najee Marshall
enforcers
is
in the
your
NBA
13th
anymore.
player. Like that's the thing that I don't like. People talk about like, oh, we should do this. That like he's your 13th, 12th player. Like I'm not finna trip over dude that's like
what?
your 13th, 12th player.
They
Because
be
at some
playing him
point, let's
though.
be real. Hold up, but though here's the thing though. At some point, you don't have to worry about playing. And my thing is that somebody is. Let's be real. It's a long season. Somebody gonna miss time.
Yeah,
Let's
but
be
it's
honest with you.
yeah, you're right.
Somebody gonna miss time. And you only gonna and if God, let's just hope that it don't be a long time. But like when last year, as much as everybody want to talk about Najee Marshall, when people was missing time,
Mm-hmm.
when Herb Jones was hurt, when
Mm-hmm.
Dyson Dane was hurt, Najee Marshall was coming in and giving you 15, 16 points a game.
Yeah, he
He
did
averaged
step
he
it
He
up.
averaged
kept you.
17.
So
He averaged
Yeah, he stepped
17.
17.
it up the best he
And
could.
so but the thing is, the same thing that happened,
Man, don't try to get
same
stripped
thing that
off
happened
about
to
that.
everybody else. When
Man,
you
you
don't
can't take
have
them shooters off the court. You can't take
when
them
you don't
shooters off the
have
court.
Yeah,
I
man, you
understand, but
can't.
there's going to be
Yeah,
I hear that, but there's going to be situations that you're going to need size. And as much as you talk about like you got
let's
because
get one of them G League
Matt Ryan,
shooters.
cause Matt what?
We one of them G League
Oh,
players. We got a bunch of them.
yeah, not the big man, but
Got
yeah,
some
there was a guy
shooters. We
who
got
was a good
Nolly.
shooter.
Come on, bro. We gotta come.
But
Yeah,
not
Dennis
his
Green,
best
yeah.
ability we don't get to see, man. His best ability
yeah.
is going downhill and attacking downhill.
Yeah,
When
we
you
got
get
enough of
a
that.
BI,
No, we
if
don't.
BI or
When
somebody
Okay,
get hurt, like James saying, he actually making a valid
I'm
point.
not taking them shooters off the court.
thank you. Period.
They
Point
got
blank.
to take him
Period.
off
That's
the court code.
that's
If
the
one of them
lead.
guys get hurt,
You know what I'm
what
gonna
did
do with
know,
Najee? I'm gonna give him
you're
an
gonna
did,
need
ML
a
Carr
did,
Najee.
towel,
did
and
y'all
I'm
hear
gonna let
what
him
Matt
stand on the
Malone?
side like ML Carr used to do with the Boston Celtics and swing that towel around. That's what he's gonna
And he
Let
good
me ask
Man,
y'all
I'm
defensively
talking
this:
too.
about
He
stuff like
real
he
Do
was
good
you
Memphis
all
defensively.
do
That
championship.
you
gets
all can
overlooked a lot.
do you all consider Najee to be kind of like a mirror image of what Josh Hart was when he was on this team?
do.
Yes,
No.
yes,
I
No.
mean,
I like.
because Josh Hart attacked
Different
the
skill set,
basket.
the energy,
I mean,
yeah.
he also
they're
gets
different.
rebounds, but he energy, just on the defensive end
But he was
and just
smart.
doing the
High
small
IQ.
hustling, the small
You
things.
you say Josh Hart was smart, but it's a lot of times where Josh Hart don't do some of the stuff you. Josh
Nah,
Hart
but
is a
he, but
hustler,
but
and
we
it's
know
a
that's
lot
the
of times
whole.
Josh Hart did do stuff that you wish that
That's a
like it
national
was.
player of the year, brother.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know what they got to do with anything with the NBA right now, but I was just sitting there saying like
But it
he
means a lot.
okay, good for him.
It's like Jordan Hawkins just won a national champion. Like it means a lot. A winner always gonna be a winner.
Yep,
It's a
I
lot of
agree with
dude.
that.
It's a lot of dudes that play on that championship that ain't even in the NBA right now. So I don't understand what they got to do with anything. So good for him. Like LeBron James never won no national championship.
Ah,
Like
here you go, man.
Zion didn't win no national
Stop.
championship. Like what they got to
He
do?
won NBA. He won NBA championships.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, that's what I'm saying. Like apparently winning the national championship in
Right,
college
but I'm
don't
saying
really translate.
Najee ain't. You can't compare him to the what you call him. They ain't even on the same level at all.
Man, I
I
like
don't need
Najee,
him to
man.
be
I
on the
like
same
Najee lead
level.
12 man on your team, man.
I
He don't
don't
shoot
need
the
him to
ball
be
well
on the
enough.
same level. I just
Huh?
need him to in a situation. I only need him in situations where, God forbid, if Herb Jones or somebody get hurt, that I can have somebody that's on the bench that I can rely on that is 6'8" that can. Because here's the thing that you
Yeah,
like people also
he is a big
because
body.
here's the thing. Last year, a lot of times there was a point where we had people that could shoot the ball over shooters, but nobody that was on the second unit that would drive to the basket. And Najee was the only one to do that. And it was times that when Najee got hurt, that we didn't have nobody that could attack off the on the second unit and we
To
missed
open up
that
for the shooters
See,
too.
look, we're
to
not
open
saying
up
that we don't
everything
that
else.
Najee's a bad player, but we saying with the way the team is constituted right now, Najee got to set his butt down till
Thank
somebody
you.
get hurt.
But
Don't let him.
nobody's saying that
I think it depends
he's
on
not
the
gonna come back to playing.
situation.
No.
I
Right.
mean, it's the NBA is about matchups. So, depending on the matchup, there may be a game that he excels compared to another where, you want to bring somebody else in. But I
Man,
mean, to be 6'8", and to attack the basket, yeah, I want shooters. But the shooters have to have space in order to shoot.
I feel
And in
like
order to
But
do
it's
that, you
also
got to attack on the
I feel
inside.
like I feel like
so,
we
but
got
it's
so
good.
also in
hold
2K
on,
where you
hold on,
ain't
hold
gonna
on,
have
hold on,
like 10,
hold on. So that's like one of
10
them chicken
starters
or the
on the
egg
team.
things right there. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Because you got to have people that shoot to complement the drivers, and the drivers complement the shooters. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a balance.
exactly.
Exactly.
You got to have one,
And that's
both.
that's important. So I
And
mean,
the biggest
I
problem
don't
the
I don't
Pelicans
think.
had in the past was we didn't have any shooters. We can't shoot the ball. We
Right.
can't
Yeah,
shoot
well
all
now,
that.
I mean, look,
Oh,
before
did we,
And you
before we
see, and
picked
you
up Matt Ryan, I was concerned. I'm so glad they picked that dude up because I was
Me
like, man,
too.
come on, man.
I was scared from
Come
we
Man,
need more
shooters is like
shooters on
money.
this team.
Shooters are like money. You can't have enough. Something always gonna break.
Yeah,
But
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, the
So you
league
go,
is full
I
of
will say this
shooters.
one thing though. That's true, but I will say one thing. One thing that if you will notice that when it comes to the playoffs is that if the person that is a shooter and that's the only thing they can contribute and they are cones defensively, guess what? They don't play. Like you didn't see Duncan Robinson until almost the
but
Eastern Conference
No,
Final
but
have
you
you
saw
because
what
seen
he
Matt
did,
everybody
right?
got
Ryan? Have you
hold
You saw
seen
on,
what
him?
Duncan Robinson did in the
Jordan
playoffs,
no,
and
right?
Ryan be competing on D.
Yeah, Matt
I
Ryan,
hear
man,
that.
that dude
I
hustle.
hear I hear that, but guess what? There's a lot of people that hustle during the season and they get exposed in the playoffs.
Okay,
That's
but
my
we don't
point.
know that.
And I
We
hear
don't want to assume that
I
if we
get that,
haven't.
but that's the reason why you keep a Najee Marshall just in case. Is my point. But every time, like, what's the boy that played for the Knicks?
We're
That
not saying
I
get
don't
rid of
want
him.
Najee to
We're just
leave,
saying that
so
he
I guess
doesn't
I'm
have a
in
role
agreement
until
with you.
somebody get injured. That's all I'm
I
saying.
get, I understand. But one thing is saying that don't be surprised if we do get to the playoffs and
on.
outside of Trey Murphy, a lot of these shooters don't play because they getting ran through. That's all I'm saying.
Duncan
Well,
Robinson, Duncan Robinson was big in the playoffs for Miami this
When?
past year. This
No, he
past
was
year,
not.
maybe
The
No, he
year they
was
yes,
went
not.
he
maybe
to the
for
was.
a
finals.
No, he
The
game,
year
was
they
not.
went
Yes,
to
he
the
but he
finals,
was.
he
missed
was. He
some key
was, man.
shots.
He
No,
was.
no,
The first
But
No,
time
it's
they went
about
to the
no.
finals,
matchups.
Hold
I
on.
he
mean,
was.
Yeah,
His
Duncan
first,
Robinson went
the first
off.
time,
we
the
definitely
First
first
want the
time.
time.
dude on the
Not the
team.
Hold
next
It's
on.
about
time.
matchups.
The
Man, Duncan
first time,
Robinson was
yeah, the
big in the
first time.
playoffs this past year.
Man, hold on,
No,
one
he
at a
was
time,
not.
y'all.
No, he, in
One
the
at a
first.
time, man. Y'all walk each other one at a time.
Popping like fish grease.
Hello, Duncan
Man,
Robinson had 19 Bs in the playoffs,
the
bro.
way the NBA is today, if you don't have shooters, you don't have a chance, man.
Yes, sir.
That 3 point either open the game up or it brings you back in the game. Just look at the
Yeah,
game.
what,
Okay,
what we
before I
do
leave
In
today?
Duncan
order to
What?
Robinson,
open up, you got to have that
What?
inside
Hold up,
game. It's
everybody
just like
can't talk.
football.
Oh, man. God. Dang.
You
What
got
we do
the
tonight,
flow.
though?
Don't waste it, bro.
Yeah. What we do tonight, though, about the shooting, though? That's my question. The shooting.
We didn't make as
we
many
shot
shots,
20. We
but
shot
this is
27%
what you
from
don't
three.
realize, right? They still got to close out to
Oh
those
my
shooters,
God.
whether they make them or not. They still open the court up for the other guys.
Well, they're gonna have to do a better job against the Warriors because
Yeah, but the threat is still there, right? So you got to go out and tag those guys because if you don't, they get hot.
What we do the first game with
We
our
shot the
shooting?
ball well. We shot the ball well the first game against Memphis.
How many threes we shot?
We shot like
in the first game.
44% that first
Not
game.
44. No, I said how many times we shot.
We shot 30 something.
Nah.
Yeah, in the first game against Memphis. Did you watch the game? They kept on
Yeah.
bragging about the stats on every show.
No, the percentage. You're talking about the percentage. I'm talking about how many shots they took. So
They
they was
they, they
playing.
took
They was
about
No,
playing a
30.
lot
didn't they
better
make like
defense.
11 or something? I
They,
don't know the
they, they,
exact
they took
number.
They
about
shot
30 of them.
32 the
They
first
shot
game.
32, Jay Black. I mean,
32,
hold
Jay
tight,
Black.
bro.
That go
And they
Jay
shot
Black
at
again, man. Jay
43%.
Black
Yeah,
a tough cat to
there
get
we
along
go
with,
again.
man. Jay Black
Hold
tough to
on,
get along with, man.
hey, Big
Look,
Q, real quick. I went to go look at
Point
the. I went to go
rivalry.
look at the Duncan Robinson. So this is what it looked like. His where was his point? 3 points. The first game he had 14, 20. Then he had 9, 3, 0, 9, 4, 3, 17 and 6, 0, 2. Like, like the dude
But this is what you don't. This is what you don't. This is what you don't realize, man. The threat of Duncan Robinson make you open everything up. Why? Because you got to go out there and guard him. So you give Jimmy, and them boys some room to operate. That's what you don't realize. Just because he don't make them all the time, but you still got to go out there and get him. You got to chase him.
Yeah, well, it's a give and take. But we won both of these games. I don't know if everybody heard me clearly. Huh?
Let's argue our way to the championship. I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm saying we could have swept them in 4.
There's still a whole lot to.
No, but this is a lot better team.
We're gonna be like, we should have swept them.
Oh, of course.
I hope this ain't the fan base
Well, I'm
like
gonna
that.
say this, man. I know I feel good. I feel good, better than I felt in a while about the Pelicans now. So, let's see if we can keep them boys healthy, and then we'll see how everything unfolds. Once the trade deadline comes, we'll see what we need, and we got enough to go out and get what we need extra to get. So.
Well, they're playing a lot of different lineups. They're doing a lot of different rotation. They putting a lot of different people together that I know I was asking for. I know I was saying that CJ and Valanciunas played great together. I said it last year, saying the top 5 offensive units or plus minus units was Big V and CJ together. They're playing them together a lot, and they're playing Zion and BI together a lot. And then they're mixing and matching in between. They mixing and matching with defensive units, and they're mixing and matching with shooting units. And what they're doing is going all out. They're not just it's look like everybody playing like 20-something minutes. It don't look like a clear person is just carrying one load. So if we did have an injury or something happened, we wouldn't fall apart. We wouldn't fall apart like we did last year.
And I will say this too. One more thing.
If anybody, they're not just leaning on Zion this year.
Well, that's the thing. They want to do in regard to that's the thing that they said they want to do in regards to like the Zion offense, where even if Zion, like if he missed, like hopefully he don't miss a whole bunch of games, but let's say he missed 20 games this year. During those 20 games, it won't be looking like, oh my God, what do we do? They have a way to be able to still create offense, which was the struggle. Like even with Brandon Ingram, it was a struggle to create offense. So that's one of the main reasons the offense. Second thing is, yes, a lot of them ain't really playing a lot of minutes because you notice the last 2 games, there was 2 stretches where while Zion and Brandon Ingram were not on the court, that we pulled away a lot of times. It's not saying like Brandon Ingram Zion to hold it back, but it's just like the lineup that they was putting out there. I think the last game it was Dyson Daniels, and they put a whole bunch of shooters out there with him and JP. This game they had Herb Jones. This game they had a Herb Jones and a whole bunch of shooters with JV. No, not well. JV was in foul trouble, so I think it was either Zeller or Nance or whatever. But they putting guys that can, like the last game, Dyson Daniels attacked the basket was good. This game he was not good offensively, but Herb Jones was. He shot, he got a couple of threes, and he was attacking the basket. That's what Herb has always kind of been somewhat good at, is getting to the basket. So because of that, you don't really have, as of the first 2 games, we haven't really need that, that word that Q hate, stagnate Zion and BI with the first and second unit. They haven't had to do that. And
no, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that anyway. They not. They focus. No, they focusing on putting different rotations out there and making them max out. And they're playing better defense and they're getting rebounds. Saying that this was a night that Mitchell Robinson is really actually turning into a lot better player. He's a lot better player. But when they went to the matchup of Zion at the center and he had to defend Zion, he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked.
Randall
so,
too.
That Kyrie ring of
too.
So it was Zion, BI, Herb, Dyson, and Kyra Lewis on a court together. They was up only at 10, then they stretched it up to 18. I'm looking at the highlights right now. That's what it looked like. And then usually, like I said, I don't know if y'all heard me the first time, but these refs is actually keeping the games closer than they have to be. And they're tough. These teams last year would have beat us because they muck up the game. They play more physical, close to borderline dirty. So we would have lost because we wasn't mentally tough last year. This year, we look like we way more mentally tough to compete against teams like this. These are the teams that we usually lose to.
I agree with Jay Black, boy.
Defensive-minded teams that keep it slow, keep it close to the chest, foul all the time, don't let you get clean shots, and then the refs will give them calls, and they won't call things for us. So they could have called a lot of fouls on Mitchell Robinson. They could have called a lot of them on against Zion, but they didn't. So that's how these games are actually close. And plus that first game, the Memphis game, how we had most of them turnovers is because of those offensive foul calls. Offensive foul, these setting screens. BI got a charge. Then Zion got one. Then who else? I think Big V got one. I was like, what? All these offensive, and that's at least 3 turnovers that attribute to our turnovers because of the offensive foul calls. And then they slowed the game down. Then they'll come back and score. Or they just get a foul call mysteriously or something like it. They just slowed the game. The refs is really slowing the game down. If they let us play the way we normally would, we would have smoked this team.
Hey,
We'd have smoked.
To be honest, I'm with you like with the reffing, but to be honest, I see improvement from the reffing. To be honest, like
Zion shot 2 free throws tonight. That should never happen.
But like regardless, bro, they be letting us play like through a lot of stuff now. They don't be calling all that. Like when people drawing fouls, they've been doing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give the refs credit. They've been doing better this year.
We'll see how they
I'll take away that credit.
Man,
I'll take away that credit.
Been doing better,
Fuck that.
man. No,
they didn't.
Did you see the game tonight? When
I'm watching it. I'm watching it right now.
Bronson Allen was complaining all night, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they got fouled. But they got fouled a couple times,
because
bro.
our defense. Listen, I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I'm hearing the sportscaster, and I'm watching how they was complaining because of the defense that they was locking them down, and he wasn't expecting them to lock them down.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, the defense was solid.
It was better than solid. It was better than solid. They have to listen. The Knicks been shooting like great from the 3 the whole season. Even though they 1-2, they've been shooting great from the based on the sportscaster from here. They were shooting great. This is the first game they got help to like single threes made in a game.
Hey, it's hard to hold an NBA team under 90 points.
The last 2 games.
They had 87 points, and they shouldn't even have 87 points. They should have had 70 something.
77.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah, the only reason that was close is because of the refs.
Like
and we
refs, but we won the game.
Well, you can't blame the refs for shooting 43% from the free throw line, bro.
I didn't really have any complaints on the refs.
NBA team should never shoot like that.
I mean, they've actually done worse.
Don't nobody want. And then first of all,
that's not a standard to hold them to. They could have did worse. Nah, they need to.
No, I'm just saying, like,
if they do it straight down the line like they normally do against anybody, it just seemed like it's an agenda against the Pelicans. The last 3 years, this been the worst.
They're not gonna call until the Pelicans get some respect, do something in the playoffs. They're not gonna get that. They're not gonna get it. That's why when we're against the Warriors, we got to be ready for them because we already know what they're gonna do. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse, but this is the NBA. They always do that.
No, not against. It's always against the Pelicans.
Hey.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Giving the Pelicans calls.
All right.
Oh man, nah.
Get up in here, Aramis.
Nah, man.
Like I said, I don't know, Jay Black. So you really pissed off about the ref of the day?
I'm pissed off every game about. Listen, Zion had 2 free throws.
Two free throws.
Yeah,
Come on,
that was
bro.
crazy. That was crazy, but
Come
we've
on,
seen
man.
that before. I mean,
I feel you, but I mean, I don't feel I ain't seen him complaining too much today. But man, some of that's because he know how to, he
because they're
fighting through it.
playing better. He's mentally tough.
Right,
He's
I know.
mentally tough. They ain't get.
yeah,
They
he
shouldn't
is.
have complained anyway. But they ain't getting their calls. That you saying that because he ain't complaining? He need to complain to get the calls?
I feel like if he was
He
really
should
getting
have
fouled like
to. I
regularly,
agree with you there, J.
he would
Dub.
have been.
He been attacking. He been scoring out of the post. And Bi been attacking. Everybody been attacking. Big V been scoring out of the post. Well, like a lot of times, even the 3-point shots that we was making, or some of them we was getting fouled on.
Yeah, but I don't know, but I'm seeing a better reffing job. I'm saying
All right, well,
old school. I'm saying
Nah,
old
the
school
refs have
basketball
been
reffing.
missing some calls. The refs.
Yeah,
Huh?
I won't.
Oh,
Do
what you
all
All
that
right,
say?
with the rest, but
all right, my
I mean,
bad.
he definitely should get some Giannis calls. I agree with that.
You know,
If Giannis, I mean, Zion lives in the paint just like Giannis does. So if Giannis gets him, I don't see why Zion can't get him. Really don't.
Yeah, yo, where you at, Aramis, bro? We got you up in here, man. What you got to say on what's going on, brother?
No, I was just agreeing. We definitely don't get a lot of the calls that we should. I mean, there's plenty of times where Zion's gone, into the paint and he's getting hacked like all the time, and he's not getting the calls that he deserves. Like we expect, him to kind of start getting these superstar calls because we do get more media coverage the moment that he's not injured and he's playing. So you would expect us to get like, some kind of superstar calls, like just just because of the gravity that Zion comes with. Like we all know that Zion's gonna be this great 26, 27 point per game scorer, always gonna be scoring in the paint. Obviously he's starting to add a little bit of mid range to his game. But at the same time, like he's still not getting those superstar calls, but people are recognizing the fact that he's our superstar on the team, but he's still not getting the superstar calls that he deserves, like a Zion or a Joel, like Jesus Christ, a Joel. Like these people get calls, but Zion's not getting calls, but he's more in the paint than both of them, really.
because
Yeah, true. Even
Zion
more
a
so than
monster, man.
Giannis.
They ain't never seen nothing like that before, man.
They're
How you
refing him like they used to ref Shaq.
Zion average 50.
how you feel about the substitution patterns though?
How do I feel about the substitution patterns?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't have
C
much of
plus.
a feeling about them right now because as soon as Jose and Trey come back and Najee, the rotation's gonna be slimmed down by a lot. Like a lot of these people that we're seeing right now, they're gonna lose their spots as soon as those 3 players come back.
No, I wasn't saying that as a negative. I'm saying because I actually love the substitution patterns. They play a lot more people, but I
I
just want
I
to hear people.
I like it because it gives our. I'm seeing right now like our players are coming back in with a lot more energy than previous seasons,
There you
so
go.
it's good. Cause like Matt Ryan, like at first when I first saw him, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, why is he out there? And then and then he
Yeah,
started making those threes, and I was like, oh wait,
I know.
okay,
That's why
it's
you
good.
out there.
It's good to be on the other side of that. But like, I like it because it gives our stars like more recovery time, and you can see it whenever they play. Because as soon as they come back in, it's like they're revitalized, like they have full energy again. It's not like a damn, I gotta come back in already. Like no, like they come back in with a purpose. Like they got a plan. Like they're revitalized. They got the energy. Like they're not moving super slow. Like there are times within the game that they're kind of fatigued, but like after a little bit, like you kind of start seeing them gaining momentum and getting energy again. So for the most part, I do like the rotations that Willie has been coming up with lately because I see that it benefits our starters a whole lot more when they come back in. So I'm a fan of the rotations, but I also understand that probably as soon as Jose, Najee, and Trey come back, the rotation's probably going to be. I don't know who's going to be left out of it, but it's probably going to
Spider.
be smaller.
Yeah, you already know, man.
Kyra's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
left
Kyra
out.
for sure.
Kyra definitely is
I
going to be
mean,
left
I
out.
I
Ryan
can
knows
answer
he's
that
playing the way
question,
he's
Aaron.
playing. They're gonna leave him out too.
I
Nah,
mean,
It better not be
he's not
Hawkins.
making his case right
Nah,
now.
they're not leaving Hawk out the
I
rotation.
don't know.
nah.
They played him
I
18
think
minutes tonight. I don't think they're gonna
they're
just
gonna
pull
be
him out the
limited
rotation.
when Jose and Trey get back, but I think Jayhawk will get some because he's proven that he can go in there and knock down some shots. But Kyra, he's not making a case.
Yeah, he's in an unfortunate situation. I wish
He
him
doesn't
well.
understand that situation too great.
I don't even mind his minutes though, because he's playing. I don't even think because the way they talk about him is different than they did last year. They talking about him in a positive light, like they really want him to stay down. I think this is. I'm sorry. I think he might stay.
That
I
might
don't
be
think so. I don't think so.
Yo,
when it comes down to performance, and I mean
yeah.
he's not showing anything. I mean,
think he
especially compared to Jayhawk.
I don't think he can hit his potential here.
He definitely
He's
can't.
not using his strengths. I mean, it's
Well,
like
I mean,
he
like
usually
he
uses.
doesn't get the
No,
time to.
no, he got 10 minutes. He got 10 minutes. He got a chance to show himself.
I mean,
Yeah, but when
Jayhawk
does
is
he have
playing
the
the
ball?
similar minutes, and he had like what 9 points.
He had 17 minutes though. Yes, but he played more. He played better.
Little Ray Allen's what I
Yeah,
call him.
Yeah, but Hawkins has more. He has more leeway to shoot than Kyra does.
Nah, Kyra had a couple
I mean,
open
Kyra's
looks.
had some
He
open
had
looks.
some open looks though.
What I'm saying is like let's say Jordan Hawkins misses a couple shots. Kyra, if he misses a couple shots, he's to the bench. Let's be honest.
No, it hasn't
They
been like
keep him
that.
out there a
Not in
lot
these first
longer.
few games.
That's how I feel personally. I feel
No,
like
that's
if
last
Kyra
season.
misses,
Now, if he,
Nah,
I think that was more so last season. But for
they
these first two
playing him
games,
this
he's
year.
getting opportunities because Jose's down,
Yeah.
Trey's down, Najee's down. He's getting the opportunities. That's why I don't think he understands his situation. Dude, you need to go out there and show up and show out.
Who? Kyra?
Yeah,
he
needs to
doesn't
do
have that
something
confidence.
so he can get some more playing time.
I just feel like it's so hard though. It's like his particular style. It just doesn't fit here.
No, I think
they push pace.
They put space now. So
With James
this
Borrego,
actually
Speedy Claxton out there. I mean, he's got to use it.
It's just I feel like we have two ball dominant players. So I feel like we gotta have a lot of shooting around this point blank period. That's just what I think. Just like Boston Celtics. I mean, we gotta have a lot of shooting around, man.
But they ain't playing them
in size as well. Shooting in size.
I think they playing. They played Kyra with a good unit, a fast unit. That's when they played Zion at the 5. And that's when they gamble on defense. That's when they try to go and get steals. They play Dyson Daniels usually with that group, and sometimes Herb, sometimes Hawkins. They mix up the lineup. It's not a consistent lineup, but I know Zion and Kyra usually play together. So they usually use their speed right there. It's a small, fast unit. And it's just a different pace. That's what I think it is. Just to change up.
I love Kyra's speed. It's just like I said, like, man, it's kind of a misfit.
He just doesn't use it enough. We don't see it a whole lot.
Cause I mean, I feel like it's hard for him to do it when you got Bi and Zion. It's like
he don't play with Bi and Zion.
He comes in with the second unit.
Second unit, yeah, second or third unit.
He's like the first substitution off the bench.
I think it's a matter of him not being comfortable, to be honest.
That could be. What he said in his interview is they keep telling him confidently to keep shooting because he lose confidence. He lose confidence in himself. So he attacks the basket and they tell him to constantly use his speed. He uses speed offensively and defensively. He uses it more now than he did last year. He just gotta know the right way to do it now. And that'll come with reps. I don't think Jose gonna come back soon. But if he do, hey, it doesn't matter. I think this is gonna be a good unit.
I can say this, man. As far as the Kyra thing, I like Kyra. I'm one of the people
I
who
do
want
too.
him to stay here. I kept
Yeah,
saying
I
that.
like him
But
too.
we are exactly
$5 million?
$3 million or $5 million over
On
Something
the
like that.
luxury
the
tax
cap.
business and
Hey,
stuff.
a luxury tax. Hey, Kyra is worth $5 million.
Oh, so
There's no way
Yeah,
they're
Gail
gonna
Benson don't want to
keep him
be
if it
paying the
don't
luxury tax.
justify for him being kept. So if Kyra can up his efficiency, if he can make it worth it, and let's say the Pels at around the trade deadline, man, we got a gang of wins. I think they would.
No, we still
keep
gonna
him
trade
if-
somebody. They gonna go under that luxury tax. They ain't gonna. So
Well, it don't have to be him.
it don't be. Yeah, it don't have to be him.
He can be something.
Who do you
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Who would go if Kyra don't go?
Oh,
Look
so
at
who
the
We're
gonna
looking
get
at
traded?
Cody Zeller.
Who gonna get traded?
Yeah, who would get
Oh, no.
traded if Kyra? Let's say Kyra changes and his offense connects. Who would be another option that they could trade?
Dyson.
No, they ain't trade. They not trade those.
It's way too much potential. And
Yeah.
do the top 10 first round draft pick.
He's still on that. He ain't gonna sign a contract in like 2 years.
It's the second year.
Yeah, in 2 years he'll be up. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't think they're.
Let the New York Knicks call and talk about, man. Look, man, we just gonna rebuild. We gonna get y'all Jalen Brunson. Just give us Dyson
Let's
Daniels,
see.
Jonas Valanciunas.
That don't even sound. That
You know
sound
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Jalen
Go
Brunson.
ahead.
Jalen Brunson, you know how much money he's worth?
Not only that,
That's why we're
he's
gonna give him
balling.
Jonas. We're gonna give
They
him
trying to
Jonas.
get
The
Joel
ball up
Embiid,
for
y'all.
nobody. He is not gonna give the ball
That'll
up
be
for
nice.
nobody.
They ain't giving up no Brunson
Who
at
trying
all.
to
You
get to my
see him in
Knicks?
FIBA?
We not
That's
trading.
FIBA though.
We would
You
have to
seen
trade.
you seen beyond FIBA, right? You seen
Oh
beyond
Lord,
FIBA.
don't
And,
start.
but you see how he is in. This is how he is in an actual season where it matters. It matters here. Like, I don't give a fuck about that FIBA.
Yeah, we would have to trade
ego he got.
2 players to not trade Kyra. So y'all want to give up Jose and
Oh, no.
They're not
and
giving up
Najee?
Jose.
Okay,
You're
no
not
Jose
giving up.
and
That's
Najee.
what I'm saying.
So you gonna give up EJ Liddell and Najee? Who you
EJ
trading?
Liddell and Najee.
Well, how about this? Maybe you could
I
just
don't
trade
think
Hulk.
EJ
Maybe
Liddell's
just trade
stock
Hulk.
is high
Hulk will
enough.
make $4 million. You could trade Hulk.
Huh?
Right.
No.
What you
Okay,
say
so
about
y'all
Ray
want to
Allen?
trade Hulk. You give up Trey Murphy. He making $3 million this year. That probably get us under the cap.
Nah.
Okay, we're not doing that. Okay.
Nah, he's
No,
up
he
for
got they about to sign him. So
They're
it's a big deal.
either
Yeah, this is
Cody,
that's why it's a big year for Trigger.
okay,
Mhm.
Cody Zeller and Najee.
They ain't gonna trade. They just got Cody Zeller.
Cody Zeller.
Cody
They
Zeller.
just got traded. They just got Cody
And they
Zeller.
need a backup big. You gotta
Cody
have a
is
backup
good,
big.
man. He a smart player and he can move his feet better.
And
too,
he's
than Jonas
actually used to the Borrego offense. He
Yes,
was with
he is.
Borrego
Are
at
there
Charlotte
Eagles going to
Hornets.
get rid of Kyra, or are we going to pay the luxury tax?
I think it's one more option that they're gonna get rid of Big V.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be
There
an
you go.
option. But
There you go,
my
Jay
thing, if you
Black.
get rid of Big V,
Yeah.
what are you going to replace him with when we actually play 7?
We gonna do it.
So what they'll do is just get a replacement big, somebody that can somebody that can fill the minutes, fill the position. Not they just gonna downgrade the money though.
Yeah.
They're gonna downgrade the money and try to spread it because that's going to Trey Murphy.
So
that
what
money's
type of
going to
big-
Trey Murphy.
What
Yeah,
type
but
of
you
big
can
you
wait
think
till
they
you can
replace
wait
him
till
with, Black?
after the season to do that, Jay Black. You don't have
Now,
to.
not to get under the luxury tax. You gotta get under the lux. If you say, all right, Kyra,
to the end of the season to get up under the luxury tax, you don't have to do it necessarily by the trade deadline, but you got to get contracts off your books though. But I think JV's contract is up this year.
What about what about Larry Nance?
Yeah, JV's contract is over after this year.
Yeah.
What about Larry Nance?
Larry Nance has another year after this year at $11 million, 200,000, 205.
Okay.
Hey, what y'all think about Robert Williams or just Is he too injury prone or what?
He too
Yes,
injury
he's
prone.
too
No,
injury
I like
prone,
Robert
But
and
Williams.
I like him
Portland's
as a
not going to
player.
let him
I
go.
love him as a
I want a
player.
three point. I
That's
want a
great
center that can shoot
defensive.
3-pointers, man, with Zion.
Yeah,
If they can't shoot
Uh,
3-pointers, like it's kind of null and void. I could
There's
just
not a
get
lot of options,
yeah.
from the
well, I could
5,
just
you
get plug
all.
and
I mean,
pass
there
guys
really
though.
isn't.
I
Oh,
feel
Okay,
like
Not
so
as
then
far
if
as
not
skillful
Robert
I'll give you
Williams, who's
biggie
the
JV.
big you would
that
go
can
for?
shoot the 3.
You might have want
I
you,
couldn't hear
JV.
nobody.
If
Say that
not
again.
Robert Williams, who's the big you would go for?
Me?
Everybody.
Ah,
Oh, we'll say that again, Aramis.
If not Robert Williams, who's the big that you would go for?
I mean, that's the thing. There is nobody else, y'all.
Miles
I mean,
Turner is the only big that's
I,
worth getting.
That's
They're
Getting
not
that.
the,
going
But
to. He
he's
just
too
man,
paid
much
him that
money now.
contract.
you
He
can't get
just found out.
him. We ain't gonna do no better unless we draft somebody, man. So you might as
Exactly.
well
I mean,
enjoy
there
JV
literally is
until we draft
nobody.
his
Like
replacement.
everybody's like locked up in
man,
their
I
contract
go
with
out.
their prospective
I'll take
team.
any of them. Give me Mitchell Robinson. Give me
They're
JaVale
not getting
McGee.
No, he gets in foul trouble.
JaVale McGee. Nah.
Yes,
JaVale McGee.
JaVale
No,
McGee.
no.
He,
I don't like that. It's not a bad. But who would he defend as a starting big? You saying
And
he's a starting big?
Kings aren't gonna give up JaVale. They just
they
got
just picked him
They,
up. They
let's pick him.
actually got rid of who'd they get rid of?
For the Kings.
Yeah, to pick up JaVale.
Was Rashawn Holmes?
Yeah, Rashawn Holmes went to Dallas.
No, I don't think it was
Mm.
him because he's not really a big. They got
No, I think
somebody else
was
who was
it
pretty reputable.
Me Too or
Yeah,
was it
Chemetsy,
Metu?
Chemetsy,
It was.
I
I
think.
think it might have been somebody else though.
Golly,
Um,
I can't even think of. I see their face. I can't think of the name.
Mm.
Ugh.
I
And,
can only think
and
of I know that they gave away Rashawn Holmes and Chemetsy Metu, but I can't
Yeah, maybe
remember.
it was Metu. You're probably thinking of Metu. Yeah.
Okay.
and
But
Indiana definitely had not giving up Miles Turner, especially because
No, they
ooh,
just signed him to
that's
they
a
a perfect
contract
one,
last
man.
season.
done that. Yeah, that's a great option.
But that's the
But
point.
he's
And they
Brad.
just picked up Obi
Ain't nobody
Toppin.
giving up a center that shoot threes and play great defense, man. You're not gonna get that.
we
That's why
got it before.
JV is actually nice in comparison to what's available right
You're
now.
top,
What's
Anybody's
you're
available.
top 6 center. That's always what I say. Top 6.
Exactly. There you
Put
go.
5 people in front of them.
I wouldn't
Hey,
go
I
that
mean,
far.
the thing is,
Let's not
he
go.
has a skill
Let's
set,
not
man.
go that far.
Do the
Oh,
names. Do the
I mean,
names.
but he is. There's
Do
not
the
a lot of
names.
fives
oh,
that
They
have
don't
a
have
skill.
them, bro. They don't have them no more, man. You think about the old days when we used to have a bunch of centers that were
Yeah,
like
I mean,
top.
oh,
It's
you
not like
just
that no
named
more.
3 that was better than him already.
Okay, hold.
Okay, dude, name me the other 3.
Joel Embiid, Joker.
He's with the Sixers.
Do you consider Anthony Davis a big a center?
Yeah, he plays the
I
five
consider
quite
him
a
a
bit.
power forward, but you could put him in there. So you got
DeAndre
Jokic,
Ayton.
Embiid.
DeAndre Ayton.
Embiid, Joker. DeAndre Ayton not better than JV.
You don't think he's better than JV?
I know he's not better
Well,
than JV.
DeAndre Ayton's in a
Yes,
different
he's
situation, so
outperformed him,
I don't know it.
but he's not better.
He might not be as aggressive.
He's not better.
I mean, Ayton is skillful. He was just like JV was last season.
Let me go through some.
He can
So
play
hold
both
on,
sides. He's more
let's go
athletic.
through
He's
a
better
couple.
defense.
Can y'all say yay and nay? Joker.
Yes.
Yeah, he's top.
All
I mean,
right.
he's on champion.
Embiid.
What's his
Embiid. I'm about to go down. I'm about to go down the list. Embiid. That's 2.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I thought, what's his name?
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, Rudy.
No.
Yeah, because Cat plays the 4.
Cat a power forward now, but
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I give you.
Then you replace him with Anthony Davis then, because Anthony Davis is center then.
Well, one of them we could do
One of them gonna have to switch. So, all right, Vucevic.
No.
Nikola Vucevic.
He's not to me, but some people might, I guess, agree.
I feel like
I mean, he does okay, but he doesn't really stick out.
I think he's a better shooter. I think he's a better shooter and better defensively. But
I don't think he's better defensively.
He's better.
I
He
don't
a
know.
better shooter.
But
Like,
he
a better
is
shooter.
a better shooter. He can shoot outside like
He's a better scorer,
not
I
taking
would say. He
Okay,
he
all
can
right, we'll
score
go with that.
more options.
yeah,
Mid, he got a faster
20,
release.
15, 20, and 30 footer.
Bam Adebayo.
Oh, that's my dog.
Yeah.
He's really a 4, but I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna
he
say
plays
he's a
the
4.
5.
DeAndre Ayton.
No.
I'd say yeah.
That's yet to be seen in his new situation.
I've never seen it.
I'd say yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Okay,
like
well,
if you play
Phoenix run to the
Brooke
finals. Phoenix
Brooke
run to the
Lopez.
finals.
not
Brooke
better,
Lopez.
Up there. He
not
gets the
better
job
all the way
done.
around better
He's a
than
defender.
JV, but I would like him for the fit of what he could do for our team. But
Oh,
somebody who
Brooke,
you could
Brooke
run
here?
through. Brooke
I would love Brooke.
used to be that, but like he older now. Like
Yeah, back in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
right. I feel like the role he could play with us would definitely be a
But
better
Brooklyn
fit
not letting them.
than
I
JV.
mean, the
But
Bucks not letting him go.
I'm Jared Allen.
I'll
No,
take him.
No,
no.
he's one-sided. Really.
He's one-dimensional.
Yeah,
But this
He's
defense,
but
one-dimensional.
he's great at what he does. I'll say that.
Yeah,
He's really great
he
at what
does
he does.
hustle.
I'm looking at it like
Block
this, Jay Black. If you had JV in the offense, right, and
Yeah.
let's say we had the right pieces around him, JV is a 2013, 2014 rebound guy every night.
yeah, but
He's a
that's not
walking
going to
up
happen.
But that's not the style preferred here.
Efficiency.
So then you have the model of offense around him.
Right.
No.
As the first option or the second option.
I'm saying he a top 6 center. I'm not saying they don't have centers that are a better fit for us than him. I'm not saying that.
Clint Capella.
Not better than JV. Better rebounder, better defender.
Better for this team? Because that was one of the options.
Not necessarily, nah.
Okay. Miles
Offensively, he gives
Turner.
us nothing. We don't have a point guard that's going to even utilize
Miles
him.
Turner
like
is
we
very
do.
nice.
Not Miles Turner.
Man,
So
man, he's perfect. Only way we getting him is like
better fit
the
than
Pacers,
Wall.
like,
So if you want to
start
say he
losing
better, we
bad.
can say that.
Okay. Al Horford.
No. But he does shoot from the outside.
And he's a big.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I'm not
he's a
gonna put my
4.
opinion in it. I'm just asking the
He's not
question.
better than
He's
JV
a 4
at this
just
point.
playing
At
the
this point in
5.
his career right now, he's not better.
Yeah.
Steven Adams.
No.
He getting injured. He injured, man.
Yeah.
No, I know he injured. We just talking about if he better or not.
Nah,
Well, he was here, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
We traded him for JV.
Are we talking about better overall fit or just better as a player?
Either or. You could respond to either or. Is he a better fit for the team?
Jakob would be a better fit.
Nah, he's not a better fit. I mean, because we traded him to get JV, so.
No,
Jakob Poeltl.
Right, Jakob Poeltl. That's
No.
another good player we can have. He move his feet well. We
I
need somebody
don't like him because
good in the pick and roll,
His
man.
defense is tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has he been dunked on by Ja?
Hey man, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep trying.
I like the positivity, man. Like
Eric Jackson Jr. got dunked on by Zion, but you know that's
Hey. I didn't even mention. I ain't even mentioned Jared Jackson.
How about this take, y'all? I think the Grizzlies might miss the playoffs.
That's not a crazy pick. 25 games without John Morant.
Yeah.
They just picked up
Marcus Smart.
Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, they picked up Biyombo.
How good is he now? We don't know how good is he.
I mean, he's good defensively. He's a lot threat.
He's a big. They just needed somebody to step in for Adams because their big men are down.
And Jaren Jackson keeps fouling out. So
yeah. And
but he didn't foul out against us though.
He went to Gonzaga.
Yeah, he didn't. But I mean, typically that's what he's known
still
for.
healing from
Yeah,
his.
that's
Not
crazy.
a good rebounder. He's not a good rebounder at all.
All right, so I named multiple bigs. Y'all saying 5 wasn't not better, or are we saying better or better fit?
Top 7, bro. Top 7. I know
Yo,
I said at least.
it's starting to go
I might have
down,
said
man.
6 names where I agree with you, but you know,
All right.
they just,
Do you
my
consider him
point
a better
is, there ain't a lot out there that's better than him that you're gonna get. You had a few guys that are better fits, like Jakob
Poeltl,
Miles Turner,
Brooke Lopez.
Brooke Lopez, Bam Adebayo is obviously
we don't even talk about Bam.
all those guys. Well, we ain't gotta say them. But, them three guys I think could possibly be a better fit. Jared Allen, no.
You forgot a big.
Jared Jackson? Evan Mobley?
Kayvon Looney.
He not big.
Nah, he's a big. He's a defensive big. But no, he's not better. He's not better.
He a mid big. How about that? He a mid.
He played defense. He rebounds, but he set screens.
No, he's got a
he's
heart.
a champion.
He's got heart. Don't get me wrong. I
he
respect
does.
what
He
does.
works hard, man. He works hard.
I mean, the rebounds that he had gotten on us that one game against Golden State, where we were beating them in the beginning, and then they came back, and he kept rebounding and rebounding and rebounding and rebound. I respect what he does.
Yeah. So how we look now for this game for Golden State? What do we need to do to beat Golden State?
Are they going to rest their starters?
It depends if we're good enough. So if they look at us like threats, they arrest them because they use that psychological warfare. So they don't really. They did it last year. They ain't played them for like 3 of the 4 games.
Yeah.
Remember last year?
Yeah, they did
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might do it as.
I think 2 of them were back-to-backs, and the Pelicans were the second of the back-to-backs.
And they chose not to play against us.
Yeah.
Because they thought they was going to play us in the playoffs or something.
Yeah, and tomorrow they're playing against the Rockets, and then they have us against Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah. So they might do the same strategy. We don't know.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
If they do that, they have that new NBA policy on resting players. So
they ain't going not the Golden Childs. They ain't getting no.
But
fine.
does that only apply to Steph? Because when was the last time Clay made an All-Star?
I'm not sure, but
because it's like All-Stars of the last, I think, 5 or something years.
I think.
They're
or
considered
maybe it's the
All-Stars.
last 2 years.
Okay, so then it wouldn't apply to Clay.
Because on this team, it only applies to Zion.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Say, family, it's getting to about that time. Went over like 30 minutes because everything was rolling so good. But I'm gonna give everybody a chance to go ahead and make some closing remarks. Everybody will get a chance to speak before we go ahead and close the show out. So we can let's see. I can't even see everybody who in the show on my screen.
Yeah, I can't either.
But we'll start with you, Lex. Well, actually, do you last? But we go ahead and start with Aramis, and then my man over here who got his video showing with the. I don't know what you got going on, brother. It look cool as hell though with your outfit. But and then you, Jay Black, and then Lex, you go ahead.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to these next games coming up against Golden State and OKC. Like I'm looking to see what kind of energy we're, going to come out with because, remember last year when Zion said that Phoenix had basically beaten us out of the playoffs, and he basically had that statement dunk against them last year. I'm wondering if he's going to come out with that energy against OKC because, they beat us in the play-in. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what we're gonna be like. Like, are we a different team? Is our mental differently? Are we gonna be stronger mentally? Like when we go into another team's court or whatever, like, are we gonna be strong enough to just handle the crowd and be like, you know what? Let's be about our business and let's go back home. Like, I'm wondering if things have changed for us, if the narrative is gonna change for us because we're gonna have a different mentality. Like, I just want to see us being a stronger unit, more together. Like, I think that the past couple of games we've been doing really good, and I hope that we keep it up. And I hope that, injuries don't affect us. But I'm looking for us to play at least 65 games to 70 games this season from Zion and BI. Like, no excuses anymore. We can't keep doing this narrative of, oh, okay, we're going to have to do it another season. Oh, well, one health. No, this is the season to be healthy. And that's it.
You're right about it.
Go ahead, my man. What's that name? What's your name, brother? Because I don't see it on the screen. I just see you.
YBG Don. On
YBG
here,
Don.
I think it say Don Anthony on here, but my name is YBG Don on the YouTube.
Mm.
But
Nice to have you, man.
for sure. I I just want us to make sure we play the right players. Like I said, man, no favoritism. I don't need cousin Najee Marshall getting favoritism to come back to play because he good peoples and all that. I know, you know what I'm saying. I need my shooters to be out there. I'd rather a defensive big. Uh, I'd rather us have a defensive big that can fit with us in the starting lineup, and then if we need shoot, we can just take them out. In comparison to having Jonas build a second unit around Jonas and him not be a fit with the first unit almost because sometimes he just can't. He's not a great defender. I mean, the good teams will pick him apart and pick and roll all day, every day. And I just also what about the Zion and Bi just got to keep that chemistry building. Got to keep it building. And we got to stay healthy, man. I don't care about. I know that we have a good team, but dog, if Zion go down, I'm telling y'all, Zion covers up a lot of holes for this team. We are a
He
good team,
does.
but man, that man cover up a lot of holes, man. Dog, when I watch that man play, he moved me. Like I feel like this how players were, this how fans were, LeBron fans and Michael Jordan fans were. This how I am with Zion, man. He is different. He is different. I appreciate it's a combination of Westbrook intensity, Kyrie finesse, LeBron movements a little bit. I mean, this dude is special, man. A little bit of deep row, everything, man. He is special, and we got to take advantage of that every moment and keep him healthy. And we got to go all the way to the chip, man. If we can stay healthy, we can go all the way to the chip, and if we can stick together and play the right lineups and play the right players and get a defensive big. That's what I want. So, go Pels. I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
All right. Have a blessed evening.
All right. Have a
All
good day.
right, got one more for you. Let Jay Black and Lexi go. We're gonna let DJ talk, man. He been quiet all night. I didn't even know he was in here.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, DJ, man? You look like you was in the arena tonight, huh, brother?
I was. I had to go to the first home game.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Um.
So you got to get your opening comments and your closing comments all at the same time, DJ.
No, all right. First of all, shout out to Lex. Shout out to the Pelican family that's in the last track.
Thanks, son.
Like I said, we gotta clean up these turnovers. Because I heard what Lex said earlier before I got off. Because I'm just getting back on. We gotta clean up these turnovers. Kyra, he having a bad start right now, but he gonna get it going. The team played good. I like the way these three balls is going in. Shout out to Jordan Hawkins. The shout out. Know what? Shout out to James Borrego. That's the real key in these two wins, because if it wasn't for him, where would we be? What else I wanted to say? Cody Zeller. That's a question mark, because I really want to see how this gonna work. Man, like I said, our big man is what? Jonas. Then when Jonas come out, you go small with Larry Nance, and then I guess Cody Zeller. But what you gonna do with EJ Liddell? So that's my real question mark with the bigs. The guards, I really don't have too much to worry about. Except for the fact that we don't have Troy Murphy, Jose Alvarado, and Najee Marshall. It looked like Najee Marshall spot, kind of getting there, because Matt Ryan, he had a good first half, bad second half, but It's Matt Ryan. He gonna get it going. He a shooter just like Trey Murphy, and that's all I gotta say.
All right. What you got, Jay Black?
Rewatching the game, looking at it while everybody was talking, I forgot to say something about Dyson. If Dyson is listening to this, if you get a steal and you have BI up ahead, no, you got BI running ahead, and you got Zion running behind you or right on the side of you. God damn, pass it to one of them.
I saw that.
You didn't like
I
the
saw
off
that.
the
Yes,
backboard?
I
You didn't
agree.
like that? It turned
I
into
saw
2
that.
points.
And it was CJ.
Yeah,
CJ was on the
yeah.
other side of him.
Damn.
Oh, I didn't care. I just
Okay.
passed it to one of them. My bad. If it wasn't Bi, it was CJ. My bad. But he need to pass the ball. He
Yeah.
missed. He
It was
missed a
I
BI.
layup, got a foul, and missed
missed
both
his
free
free
throws.
throws.
Yeah, that was CJ.
I was hurt.
Zion had an
I was
open
hurt.
dunk though. That would have been an
Yeah.
and one.
Yes.
Would have been an and
And
one.
Brunson was the guard back, so he was
Yeah.
the only guard back. Um. That. Besides that. Now the more I see this team, I told you I think they're mentally tougher than they was before because these two teams are tailor made to mess with our toughness. So I think we're gonna do some special things. I don't know about going about all the way. I gotta see some more things. I gotta see how we look when Trey Murphy come back because we ain't even got the Trey Murphy effect yet.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
yeah.
gonna be crazy. Like, and I don't even know how many minutes people gonna play, but
Somebody's gonna be
I can see that we gonna be a special team when Trey Murphy come back, and he's still our best 3-point shooter, and we got people that competing with him now. So I think this is gonna be a good year. And we're not even talking like our defense is a lot better than it was last year, and last year was rated number 6. They create more steals now. They
Yeah.
don't rely only on offense. If they shoot a bad shot, they don't hold their head. It don't mess with their energy. They play energetic. That's all I wanted them to do is play hard and let the chips fall where they must. And I think something special could happen. I really feel this year more than last year. Last year I was saying we could be a top 14. This year we can do something. I see us like more like Sacramento. Sacramento win games even when their starters are not playing good. This a game our starters play decent, but they ain't play their best yet. We ain't seen none of our team click yet. We ain't even click yet. And we beating teams handily. So imagine when we click on offense, it's gonna be all clear selling from there. And I will say, go Pels.
Go Pels.
Go Pels.
Well said.
All right, Lex, what you got, baby? How you want to close it off?
Well, definitely the team's got to continue to trend upward. Continue to as far as Zion and Bi, continue to build that connection, to build that chemistry, and they do have the ability to be the best duo. I don't think that moment is now, but that doesn't mean that they can't be. So I just think they need to polish up. Don't be hesitant. I think that hesitancy, just it kind of hurts because it's timing. It's really just being solid and having that connection and trusting each other that, hey, I got you and you got me and we can play off of each other and be great. So that's very important. And all parties have to understand that. The team is playing well. I really don't have complaints about anything. I mean, just continue to improve upon what we've already seen. Cut down on turnovers, increase opportunities, take advantage of opportunities, make the right play, make the right reads, and just stay together. But I think this team can definitely do some special things. And I'm gonna speak it into existence. You know, the team's gonna stay healthy. We ain't gonna have no problems. We're you know, the team guys are gonna be available. I know a few guys are out right now, but for the most part, for the core, they're going to be available, and it's gonna be 65 plus. And you know, keep doing what we're doing, keep learning, keep growing, keep maturing, keep getting better, and some amazing things can happen, especially leading into the playoffs. So go Pels.
Word. Definitely feel all y'all sentiments, man. I think everybody had some valid points to point out, man. The Pels are on the right trajectory, in my opinion. Possibly what the Jay Blackton left out, and he left a message saying the best duo in the league, Mark Jackson effect. That's right. Lexa talking about speaking into existence. Yeah, and they definitely are doing that. Appears to be in the locker room. A lot of things to be positive about. Really high on our team, and we still haven't got back Jose Alvarado and Trey Murphy, you know, and Najee Marshall, man. Let's not forget the enforcer's energy. He's the knife. We got the knife.
Don
So
was
we can't forget about him.
giving it to him.
What you said?
I said Don was giving it to Najee.
Oh man, Don tough, man. Don tough. But you know, some valid points though, still. But Najee, I think he adds. They all add a dynamic to this team. If we can remember, everything changed when we got kind of them three guys together and they started hitting. I mean, this is all of those guys was part of that run with Phoenix. You know, where we didn't have Zion, and I think moving forward, you need everybody you can get that has some type of chemistry here and some experience. So Pels are 2-0.
Yes.
And we'll be back on Monday doing this again against the Golden State Warriors. B.I. Zion went for 50 points and with seamless efficiency, looking for a repeat performance on Monday. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all, family. This was an excellent show. Enjoyed everybody being here tonight. Next time we open the chat, be looking and hopefully have some familiar faces that were here tonight again. And I'm going to go ahead and let DJ say the words, man. I know you've been waiting around and you want to go ahead and close the show out, bro. So go ahead and do your thing, man, and give us the phrase that pays.
I got you. Hey, question, DC. Where you get your boot with the Pelican thing on there in the background?
I'm gonna try to send you a link, man. It was like a personal seller that put it together. I'll see if they still got some, and I'll try and send you a link, bro. Show you where I got it from. Just next time we do the show, put it in the chat, put it in a private chat, and I'll go ahead and let you know on that.
Copy that one, because that's gonna be my next set too, and plus I want one. But with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. And with that, if anybody come up to you and ask if you're a Pelican fan, say get the flock out of here and go flock yourself.
Peace, family. Go Pels.
Go Pels.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please